A family physician will be joining us. He's a senior resident sports, exercise and rehabilitation medicine, Kolebu Polyclinic Family Medicine Department. We'll be talking about things that we need to do to keep our health in check. Yesterday we discussed health issues related to children, how to keep our children out of the hospital in 2026. How do you keep yourself out of the hospital in 2026? How do you optimally work on your body to be able to deliver the productivity you are looking for to build wealth for yourself? All that is coming up here on the Super Morning Show. But if you have any issues you want us to discuss and follow up for you, you can send us a WhatsApp 055-11-11997 or hashtag Joy SMS. Welcome to the Super Morning Show. Mami Esi Nyameche is here. Mami Esi Nyameche Thompson is here with the news at 6. Welcome. Stay with us.
Joy 99.7 FM.
Hello, good morning. Welcome to Joy News at 6. The news is live on Joy 99.7 FM, hits 103.9 FM in Accra. In Kumasi, we on Love 99.5 and in all 16 regions of Ghana via various affiliates. Also live on myjoyonline.com, X Spaces, YouTube and on Facebook. Coming up this morning, a shootout between Naimos and illegal miners in the Bono region leaves one dead and another severely injured. With details coming up shortly. Also, former Finance Minister Ken Ofori-Atta remanded into ICE custody after a closed-door court hearing to reappear in April as judge demands extradition request made by Ghana. We have details of that also in business.
New IMF and Bank of Ghana data shows inflation will stay within single-digit band throughout the year. We've got details on the Joy Business Report.
These and more with me, Mami Esi Nyameche Thompson. Don't go away. Let's dig in now. One suspected assailant, Abu Ibrahim, has been confirmed dead following an alleged exchange of gunfire with the Naimos team at Subrikrum, Cheremesu in the Doma Central Municipality of the Bono region. During the incident, a Naimos operative was shot in the thigh and is currently in critical condition at a medical facility. The Naimos Secretariat has confirmed the incident in a statement, and my colleague Darrell Kwal joins me in studio with excerpts from that statement. Darrell, what does it say?
Well, according to Naimos, armed men hiding in the bushes opened fire as soon as they spotted the team, triggering a shootout. During the exchange, one Naimos operative was injured and rushed to St. Matthew Catholic Hospital in Ampenkuro, where he is responding to treatment. A statement adds that one of the attackers, identified as Abu Ibrahim, was shot during the gun battle and was pronounced dead on arrival at the same hospital. Now, despite the attack, Naimos says it remains resolute in its fight against illegal mining and is calling on stakeholders to continue supporting its operations. Mamesi.
Thank you, Darrell, for that. Away from Naimos, former Finance Minister Ken Ofori-Atta has been remanded into U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement detention following a closed-door immigration hearing held Tuesday. The closed hearing, conducted at the request of his legal team, considered a bail application which was strongly opposed by the state on grounds that Ghana had submitted an extradition request against him. Presiding Judge David Gardy adjourned the case to Thursday, April 27 at 1 p.m., but directed the U.S. government to produce documentary evidence of any extradition proceedings by February 19, 2026, noting that none has been presented so far. The judge declined to rule on the extradition claim at this stage, and until the matter is determined, Ken Ofori-Atta will remain in ICE custody. Well, there's more in the following report.
After nearly 2 weeks in U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement custody, embattled former Finance Minister Ken Ofori-Atta has appeared before a U.S. court to plead his case. Ken Ofori-Atta left Ghana in January 2025 for medical treatment in the United States. About 2 weeks ago, ICE authorities arrested him for allegedly overstaying his visa. In his first public appearance since the arrest, Ken Ofori-Atta joined the hearing via WebEx, an online platform. He appeared in a dark detention jumpsuit over a jeans shirt, which he later removed before taking his seat. He wore medicated glasses and a blue nose mask. This was his second bail hearing after the first was dismissed. A deputy consul from the Ghana embassy in the US was also present.
The respondent?
No, I'm from I'm the deputy consul.
Okay, all right. Thank you, sir.
Presiding Judge David Gadi then called the case.
We're on the record today is January 20th, 2026. This is Immigration Judge David Gadi in the Annandale Immigration Court. This is a master calendar hearing in the detained matter of Jorvis Samet Martinez, 246-190-148. The respondent is detained at the Farmville Detention Center and is represented by counsel, who are both appearing via WebEx. With the attorneys please enter their appearances.
Lawyers for Ken Ofori-Atta, led by Christopher Chasen, asked the court to make the hearing private.
I would just let, if I may, Your Honor.
So the other issue is there's also a master calendar hearing, and I believe that given the nature of the issues, that sensitive subjects will be raised during the master calendar hearing. Are you also requesting that the master calendar hearing be closed to the public?
Yes, and one clarification, Your Honor. We would like both hearings to be closed to the public. However, with respect to the bond hearing, we would like to have that held as soon as humanly possible to include today. I defer to the court in how to make that happen.
The judge agreed.
Anyone who is present, who is not one of the parties or is not an attorney on another immigration matter, should leave the WebEx. Otherwise, we will have to expel you from the WebEx.
Ken Ofori-Atta is also being pursued separately by the Office of the Special Prosecutor and the Office of the Attorney General over alleged corruption-related cases, including efforts to extradite him to Ghana. The immigration case has been adjourned to April 27, 2026 at 1 p.m.
Preliminary investigations by the Ghana National Fire Service suggest that unattended cooking triggered Tuesday's devastating fire at the Circle VVIP Intercity bus station in Accra. The blaze destroyed about 50 stalls and displaced several people. This marks the third fire outbreak at Circle this month, raising fresh concerns about safety. On Newsnight, ACFO2 Rashid Isau said the service will carry out further investigations.
There is this Nigerian lady who resides in the house over there, and then that is where the fire erupted from. And there are investigations, preliminary investigations at that. To add to what I told you this afternoon, she was cooking and left the food unattended to, and that is our preliminary findings, and that is what caused the inferno that we all saw this afternoon. But of course, we have not closed our investigations. We will continue and make our further investigations, and if there's anything that we have or we have also found, we'll make it known to you.
The Accra Metropolitan Assembly has intensified preparations for its upcoming decongestion exercise following a working visit to key security agencies within the metropolis. The visit, which included stops at the Ghana Post Office headquarters and other security institutions, is aimed at ensuring coordination and enforcement during the exercise. Here is MC Michael Bakbo Alote.
What we are doing now is we are going to enforce. We are going to deepen out the red lines again. We are going to enforce that they will go back to the red lines. And we are building some of the markets too. We are doing Salaga Market. The Mokola Doma Tutu, we are doing something there. A couple of the markets. And Your Excellency John Dramani Mahama likely has brought the 24-night markets. And we have started some of them. So now we have the grounds to say that if we move them, we have where to take them. So this time, by the end of the month, what we are going to do, you see the difference.
Well, the Greater Accra Regional Police has supported their stance and have pledged their support to ensure that the decongestion exercise is successful. In the Ashanti Regional Capital, Kumasi, Metropolitan Chief Executive Richard Ofori-Atta has issued a final warning to occupants along the Ahonjo Santasi Street, declaring that the Assembly will forcefully evict anyone who fails to vacate. That's more in the following report.
A typical Tuesday morning along the Santasi to Ahojo stretch in Kumasi, many of these temporary occupants were expected to vacate the premises for the road dualization projects, but they continue to occupy spaces along areas earmarked for the road construction.
The government came to write our names and promised to give us a place to relocate, but we have not heard from them. We will leave when we see that the work has begun.
But the business owners are concerned over the state of the allocated areas. Davis Echampon is the secretary of the Car Dealers Association in the Ashanti region.
And the parks and gardens, there's a land there, but it will not help us unless it is well developed because of the flooding.
Kumasi Mayor Richard Ofori-Atta says the assembly is ready for a forceful eviction beginning tomorrow.
If you don't come in a construction meeting, that's your headache. Nobody has any title to any land there, so they cannot use that to sabotage us. First thing is for us to remove billboards and containers on the stretch. When we are done with that, we are paving way for the construction to take place.
And contractors are on site ensuring that this phase of the roadworks will be completed from here at Santasi and Asokwa in the Ashanti region. Manuel, right quick.
And just before we head out, the GPRT is deploying an enforcement team today to clamp down on drivers charging unauthorized fares. The union says a few non-compliant members are damaging its image and has warned the leadership will take firm action following an emergency meeting in Accra on Tuesday. And that's how we end the news here on Joy 99.7 FM. Up next is Business on the Super Morning Show.
Oh, jump on now. Go. Google me. Now what time will you come back where I don't hear the sound of your car? Why you buy new car? No, I don't change my car. It be the same ride. It be the fuel where I change. Way one shouts it. Ever since I started using the all-new Excellium Premium Fuel, fortified with 3-in-1 action. Oh, Joe, now my car they run like electric car. No, it's so. This is the type of fuel where they want to. Cause now engine they cost. Where they want for way if I buy it, it go protect my engine. And with the small way I buy, I go drive, sir. Absolutely. It's like strapping a turbocharger to your engine and giving it a protector. And what they bust my mindset be the 3-in-1 action, no? Excellium they prevent up to 99% of deposit. It be anti-wear, some be anti-corrosion. Won't pay when I open there. Hey, so where can I find this magical fuel? Just head over to any Total Energy service station and your car will thank you. Hey, then make a finish my gobe fast, then rush go Total Energies. My friend, but why your hand my gobe inside? I give you info. Make a fill the gobe too small. Go, the go. Excellium is designed to protect your car engine, decrease fuel consumption, and lower CO2 emissions. Don't say fuel, say Excellium. Choose Excellium, choose quality.
This is the story of Anthony Owusu-Ansah and his delivery business, Shark Express. What started as one man's dream is now a thriving same-day delivery business that serves hundreds of families. Through financing, mentorship, business networks, and market access, APSA is helping businesses like Shark Express grow, create jobs, build futures, and deliver joy across Ghana. Behind Anthony's success isn't only hard work, it's having the right partner like APSA. From funding to guidance, APSA stands with entrepreneurs who dare to dream.
We see your story and we invite you to write it with us. Your story matters. APSA.
You need a trusty friend on whom you can depend when things come crashing down. You need a trusty friend on whom you can depend when things come crashing down. Millennium Insurance, your trustworthy friend. Millennium Insurance, your trustworthy friend.
Millennium Insurance, your trustworthy partner.
Brushing gets more fun with your kids with the new Pepsodent Kids toothpaste. Give their smiles protection that lasts. Grab yours today from a store near you. This advert is FDA approved.
This December, chop life with no fear of January. You know why? The SG Ghana Festive Cashback promo is here. Use your SG Ghana Visa card. Shop, chill, party, enjoy, and stand the chance of winning your share of 120,000 Ghana cedis. Here's how. Between now and the 31st of January 2026, use your SG Ghana Visa card for all your transactions. Make at least 5 transactions totaling not less than 2,000 Ghana cedis, and your share of the 120,000 Ghana cedis could be a reality in the grand draw. The more transactions you make, the better your chances of winning. So go on, use your SG Ghana Visa card and spend with confidence this Christmas, because January Fit reward you big time. Haha, Chale, yes! SG Ghana Festive Cashback promo. Spend now, smile later. For more inquiries, call 0302-214-314. T's and C's apply. This promo is regulated by the NLA on the Caritas Lottery platform. Societe Generale Ghana. The future is you.
Ama, big news! Star Oil is now the largest oil marketing company in Ghana.
Wow, that's huge!
Yes, so the largest distributor of petroleum products in Ghana. Ever since I switched to Star Oil, my car runs smoother. The fuel lasts longer, no strange engine sound, just clean, powerful performance.
Oh, same here. I used to refill every 3 days until I switched to Star Oil. Now, my fuel lasts way longer. I don't know what magic is inside, but my car loves it.
Exactly. It's not magical. From Accra to Kumasi to Tamale, Star Oil day everywhere with 240 filling stations and counting. That's why more Ghanaians are choosing Star Oil.
Hey, my tank is almost empty. I am heading to Star Oil right now before the queue starts.
I'm right behind you, Ama.
We set out with a mission to serve better and lead boldly. We're proud to say we are Ghana's #1 oil marketing company. To our loyal Star Savers across the country, thank you for believing in us. Star Oil, quality and affordable fuels for all.
Chale, imagine hitting the road with total peace of mind. That's the Asempa Super promo, packed with goodies from Imperial General Assurance. From January 1st to April 30, when you insure or renew your motor policy, you are not just protecting your car or yourself. You stand a chance to win instant rewards that make every drive feels like a celebration.
Here's what's waiting for you. Free fuel and EV charging coupons to keep you moving. Free vehicle diagnosis at accredited garages. A 1-year life insurance cover for extra protection, and branded souvenirs, umbrellas, tissue boxes, and more.
Don't let this moment pass. Call 0577-667-436 to 8. Speak to your broker or visit any of our agents nationwide. Insure, drive, and win big with Imperial.
Follow us on social media for all updates. T's and C's apply.
Imperial General Assurance. Solid protection.
Imperial General Assurance, solid protection.
Welcome back, and thank you very much for staying with us here on the Super Morning Show on Joy 99.7 FM. And the 6 a.m. news brought to us by Absa Bank Ghana Limited. Your story matters. Millennium Insurance, your trustworthy partner, and Total Energies. Total, we go the extra mile for you, which means we can now bring you the Joy Business Report, brought to us by Safari Valley Resort, bringing you closer to nature, and Omni Basic Bank, not just another bank. Daryl.
Good morning.
Good morning. How you doing?
I'm great. You?
Oh, as you can see, God is still taking care of us.
He is. He definitely is.
So we're fine. We're fine. Midweek edition, 21st day of January.
10 more days.
10 more days to go. That's a long time. That's a long time. It's a long time.
That's like how, 2 weeks?
Or 10 days, 2 weeks. And so if you're looking forward to
2 weeks.
Well, I've told you before that if I asked you to come for $100,000 on the 31st of January, it will be so long. But once it gets to the 31st and you look back, you go like, oh, but it was just yesterday. It was just yesterday. But Charlie, it's always such a long time if you're looking forward to it. But, yesterday, Ken Ofori-Atta was in court. Asked for private hearing, but on the 27th of April, he'll be back at the court. Now, I know that many of you have asked the question, can he at this point just decide that, look, I want to go back to my country, and that's it?
Can he?
We need to find answers to that.
Mm-hmm.
We need to find answers to that here on the Super Morning Show. Can Ken just decide, look, I want to go back to my country, and then end of story? Or at this point, he would have to wait till the trial is over.
In ICE custody?
Well,
That's a choice he has to make. What are the options available to him is what we're exploring here on the Super Morning Show. So stay with us as we get into that. But also, this morning, the Ministry of Transport has been putting some vehicles, buses on some routes in its quest to reduce the traffic situation in the greater Accra area.
Is it working?
Well, did you get any of those buses? Did you use any of them? Why don't you get onto X and share the experience with us? Or you can also join us on WhatsApp 055-1111-997. But the NDC had always talked about decongesting Accra. I'm sure they have that opportunity now, don't they?
Yeah, now is the time, I guess.
So, what are we doing about that as a country? That's the other part of the conversation. But yesterday we started a conversation about what to do to keep your child out of the hospital. Today, our focus is on you, Daryl, and me, Winston. What must we do to ensure that we're fit in 2026?
It's important.
Yeah, it's very important. I'm looking forward to the big workout on the 31st of January at the University of Ghana Stadium, 6 a.m. But before we do that, we also would have to do a few things, when it comes to our physical workouts here and there. We try all the time, but hey.
I know you're trying. I'm
trying. But it's not easy. Do you take 10,000 steps a day, 5,000 steps? Or you could actually have just 3,000, 6,000 and you'd be okay. Some say brisk walking for, say, 30 minutes is what you need. And if you're able to cover, say, 2 kilometers in that 30 minutes, you're good to go. Charlie, lots of things that we hear. But
and it's easy to begin, but how to sustain after a few days, right?
It's always the challenge. The challenge is sustaining.
You do it 1 or 2 times and then
you're tired. I mean, if you're in a line of work, you'd have to do it in the evenings. If you don't have a treadmill, my goodness. So all of these coming up here on the Super Morning Show. As always, we do this with you. So get on to X, use the hashtag JoySMS, and then on WhatsApp 055-1111-997. Who gets the trumpets this morning, Daryl?
Well, this one is a solemn one. Yasapon on my mind. Just even says yes. His impact on the gospel music industry, no doubt. He's worth celebrating this morning. And
Great.
May his soul rest in peace. We appreciate all he's done.
May his soul rest in peace. And one of the things I read something in the Bible, I think it was in Ecclesiastes, that said that if you have to choose between a party, a celebration, or a funeral, you choose a funeral. So you know how your end will be. And so we're talking about Yal Sapon today. We're talking about his contribution to the gospel music industry in Ghana. What will be your contribution when you're gone?
Food for thought.
Let that sink in. The trumpet brought to us by ECG. Stealing electricity is not patriotic, so call 0302-611-611 to report illegal connections for 6% of the recovered amount as your reward. So to the memory of Yao Sapong, we
and
say...
there's a solemn one, trumpet. Welcome to the Joy Business Report. Coming up this morning, new IMF Bank of Ghana data shows inflation will stay within single-digit band throughout this year, signaling further drop in interest rate for businesses. Also coming up, Chairman of Chamber of Oil Marketing Companies, Gabriel Kumi, downplays breakup concerns over current disagreements about the fuel price floor policy. Also, new set of regulations and licensing for banks and institutions in the remittance business finally takes off. We'll tell you about it. Don't go anywhere. My name is Daryl Kwab. Thanks for being with us. Hello to our friends listening from Koforidua on KTU Radio. Inflation rate will stay within the single-digit band throughout the year. That's according to new data from the IMF and the Bank of Ghana. But what could be the impact of this on interest rates and cost of credit? More in this report.
Let's first start with the IMF. And in its Economic Outlook report on Ghana, the fund is looking at the country ending the year with an inflation rate of around 7.5% or at most 8%. However, This is based on government sticking to the current programs that has gone a long way to stabilize the economy from last year. It also highlighted some threats to this projection. For the Bank of Ghana, the forecast was captured in its monetary model report that will be presented to members of the Monetary Policy Committee later this month for review. The Bank of Ghana is looking at inflation slowing further to 4% by April this year before it picks up for May 2026. However, the regulator is still optimistic that we would end the year staying within that single-digit band for 2026. The policy rate currently stands at 18%. In the Bank of Ghana, Governor Dr. Johnson Isiama, at the last meeting in 2025 of the Monetary Policy Committee, disclosed that they would move to cut the rate again as long as inflation drops. So, we should look forward to the policy rate being cut later this month. That could impact on interest rates in the coming months, as well as the cost of credit in the country. Now, that could go a long way to reduce the cost of doing business in the country for firms that finance their operations with bank loans.
Now, the Bank of Ghana is moving to streamline operations of all financial institutions and banks in the remittance business. It has therefore rolled out a new set of guidelines for institutions that want to operate in that space. The central bank has also issued revised guidelines for the registration of international money transfer operators. The regulator adds that it will not hesitate to withdraw the license of any bank or financial institution for non-compliance. Turning to other news, the Chamber of Oil Marketing Companies is downplaying concerns that the current disagreements over the fuel price floor policy could break up the association. Documents have emerged as showing differences among members on this issue. Gabriel Kumi is chairman of the association.
I honestly don't see this as a breaking point for us at all. I mean, the chamber is very solid and is together. This is just two elephants trying to flex their muscles. But at the end of the day, I think calmness will prevail, cool heads will prevail. So I definitely don't see this as a breaking point for us at all. I mean, speaking to the two parties, I don't see that at all. So be rest assured that this is just a flash in the pan. We will resolve this issue, and the bond amongst members will be much more stronger going forward.
Board chairman of the Chamber of Oil Marketing Companies, Gabriel Kumi, meanwhile, the emergency meeting by the chamber to address the current deadlock on the petroleum price floor policy will not take place today, will rather take place tomorrow. Sources say this is due to some last-minute concerns expressed by some of the members. This will ensure that all chief executives are able to make it for the emergency meeting. In a related development, another major player in the industry, that is the bulk distributors of petroleum products, have expressed full support for the fuel price floor policy. They argue it has gone a long way to sanitize the industry and ward off charlatans. Dr. Kojo Ofori is chief executive.
The floor price, the tax authorities are able to know the volume of product that you've treated, and based on this, what profit margin you've made to enable them even calculate taxes and know what variables will deem your price product or your cost item that they will either allow or disallow. And these are measures that came in based on industry consultation. That was not just the introduction of the regulators waking up one morning to do that. Why do we say this? At a point in time, if you've forgotten, in 2004, we all came to the realization of the number of illicit petroleum products that were being sold in the market. And these are all other aspects that we need to probe into and ensure that the regulator provide a fair, level playing field.
You had Dr. Kojo Ofori, Chief Executive of the Chamber of Bulk Oil Distributors. Now, from the beginning of next month, Ghana will significantly reduce the export of raw gold. This follows an agreement that grants the state a 15% stake in Gold Coast Refinery. Speaking at a signing ceremony between Gold Board and the entity, Chief Executive Sami Jemfi highlighted the transformative impact of the year.
The CEO and chairman, and I must say the board of the Gold Coast Refinery has been gracious enough to give the Republic of Ghana a free carried interest of 15% in Gold Coast Refinery. The Ghana Gold Board is proud to hold that free carried interest of 15% for and on behalf of the Republic of Ghana. And so this 1 metric ton of gold we are hoping to refine every week effective 1st of February 2026 is gold that we buy, we own, and we control.
You heard Sami Jemfi, Chief Executive of the Ghana Gold Board. Now, some businesses are rejecting the use of mobile money payments for various transactions. They argue associated fraud and charges have influenced their decision. More in the following report.
As mobile money remains the backbone of daily transactions for millions of Ghanaian businesses and consumers, rising fraud cases are forcing some businesses to turn down mobile money payments from consumers.
Customer might send money to your number, and then at the end of the day, they'll call an agent or customer service to make a reversal for them.
They do fraud us, and some too don't add charges to the money, so it's really difficult for us to take more.
While businesses are trying to protect themselves, customers say the decision comes at a cost.
Today in this 21st century, you don't have Momo. How are you going to work?
To address these concerns, Senior Manager for FinTech at Mobile Money Ghana Limited, Abdul Majid Rufai, assured businesses that measures are being strengthened to combat digital fraud.
The assurance that the businesses will have is the fact that your money is safe on your wallet. The system is safe, foolproof. We can assure you that your money cannot move without you disclosing your PIN or you moving money out of your wallet yourself to somebody.
For some business owners, the trust for mobile money has declined. However, the question remains, will mobile money remain Ghana's preferred payment option, or will fraud push more businesses back to cash? Sarah Atiemo's report read to you.
Now, being a woman in business and a medical professional comes with its challenges, but the founder of Natureholics, Dr. Alberta Misa, is seeing lives being transformed through skincare, advocacy, and education. Is what keeps her going every day. More on today's Joy Business Van. The name Natureholics was inspired by Alberta's belief that caring for the skin should be intentional and consistent, an almost healthy obsession with nurturing, protecting, and respecting the skin.
When I started, the whole initiative was to, make products that would nourish, nurture the skin.
In Ghana, where skin bleaching remains a widespread challenge, Alberta was determined to be part of the change. She started an anti-bleaching campaign to promote healthy skin and encourage people to embrace their natural complexion.
I feel a lot of girls are not so happy in their skin, especially the darker skin tone. They are always looking to lighten or brighten, and I think it comes from a place of a very low self-esteem. Okay, and so the message we are trying to put out there is that it's okay to be darker, it's okay to have this skin that's not so light. You are beautiful in your own skin.
Full episode at 1 o'clock right after the Joy Business Report, 5 p.m. on Business Live on the Joy News channel. Before we go look at the markets this morning, on the commodity market, crude oil trading at $64 a barrel. Gold still going up on the international market, selling at $4,850 an ounce. Cocoa loss over $400, open trading at $4,648 a ton. On the currency market, dollar going for 11 cedis. That's what major commercial banks are offering their clients. A British pound, 14 cedis, 82 pesos. The euro going for 12 cedis, 85 pesos. The forex bureaus are quoting the dollar at 12 cedis, 10 pesos. More news on our website, myjoyonline.com/business. My name is Daryl Carl. Thanks for listening. The Super Morning Show continues.
Thank you very much, Daryl. CD going forward, 11. The dollar is 11 cities. Okay. And the forest bureau is rather what, 12.10.
Yeah, and it's actually cheaper in some forex bureaus as well. Yeah, below that.
Interesting. Anyway. Let's get into our inspirational song, and as expected, one from Yao Sapong, Dia Esi Esu Bonteng.
Wow.
And that's our inspirational one, chosen by Jojo, that's Frank, this morning.
Frank.
Let's enjoy.
Kumasi. Never be a friend. Radia to Marapa. Aye, Kaudida. Yes, one thing. I said, you ever brought. I'm ready, I said, Bruce, it's a breath.
And that's one by Yao Sapong and the Asomafo. Our inspirational song for today. Kojo, did you sing this one also with your mom cheering you on?
Why no nyai bebre? Na wombe kwe didia. Na bako beya. Na unjai korehwe no. Na so no ni so a. Neni jire hosini wonyina. Charlie Asapon. He has done so.
Oh, he has. Indeed, he has.
He's
paid his dues.
Yes, he's paid his dues.
We're celebrating him today. And so while we celebrate him, I think it's also important for all of us to ask ourselves what people would say about us
when we are gone.
When we are gone.
Yeah. Yeah. He's left a legacy.
Oh, he has.
He's left a legacy. Great guy. I had the chance to sit with him on 2 occasions. One just to talk about his music, and one to perform his music with him. And I'll never forget those 2 experiences. Great guy. Yeah,
indeed, he was. May his soul rest in peace. Which means we can get into our Drive Safe campaign.
Yes, and the Drive Safe campaign is brought to you by Joy News and the Multimedia Group and supported by Toyota Superior Quality, Imperial General Assurance, Solid Protection. Avoid all distractions, keep both eyes on the road and hands on the steering wheel. Be visible, drive with your lights on. That's how to ensure your safe arrival. So yesterday there was a fire at Circle around the tiptoe lane. And that fire caused a bit of traffic. You know why? There were a lot of people who are stopped on the interchanges. The one from Kokomlemle to Adabraka, and the one from the one on the main ringway, right? And there were a lot of vehicles which had also stopped to just look at what was happening. And I think that we need to be careful when these things happen, especially if you are driving and you stop in the middle of the road to observe some of these things. What you do is that you cause traffic, and you also prevent emergency services from having easy access to wherever the problem is. And it's also not safe for you and your vehicle and other commuters because it's a fire, and a vehicle is a combustible item. You don't park close to where there's a major fire because the fire could spread and anything can happen. So my advice for people is that when there's an emergency, even sometimes when there is a road crash on the road, you see people parked and vehicles back up and it causes traffic. When there is an emergency, one of the best things you can do is that if you have capacity to help, you stop at a safer distance and go back to help, not in the immediate environment of that emergency, because when actual emergency services come, they will need that space to operate. And if you get too close to the space, you prevent access and the help that the emergency requires. So please, we know we always want information, we are a bit inquisitive, but let's be minded as well so that we keep safe generally. And that's our tip for the morning. And the Drive Safe campaign is brought to you by Toyota Superior Quality and Imperial General Assurance, solid protection.
Which means we can learn how to say it right. Brought to us by Kingdom Books. At Kingdom, quality and affordability are their hallmarks. And Societe Generale Bank Ghana, the future is you.
Something must be done.
You say either, I say either.
So yesterday, our friend Abu Isamoni.
Oh, how's he?
Yeah, he's fine. He sent me a message that what is the Ghanaian pronunciation of all the English words that you intend to teach us? Example, in Nigeria, they have their own pronunciation and therefore they own it, and that makes it easier. The BBC even developed a radio educational comedy about it called Voices from the Market. So what is Ghana's own? Good morning. And because he sent this to me yesterday, I just want to have a short answer for my brother. You know, there are varieties of English. And you normally would have the two main varieties. That's the American, that's the US, and the British variety.
Yes.
You also would have the Australian variety and all that.
South African, Nigerian,
not really.
Ghanaian.
No.
Even when it comes to Ghana, the Gang English, the Kumasi English.
So, you know, first of all,
the Tamale English, the Western English, the Cape Coast English.
If you want to be recognized as such, it's not just about pronunciation. It's also about, so we say that a variety of English is technically another dialect of English. And a dialect would mean differences even in certain words, the meanings. So it means that there's a difference in meaning and pronunciation.
Okay.
And the Americans have it. They do it. They talk about their cookies, you're talking about biscuits. Okay. You know, their candies, you're talking about toffees. Now, we've not developed English to that level to be to be recognized as such. I know that Kofi Say and others had tried this in the past. In the 1970s, they did a lot of work on Ghanaian English, but Abu Isamoni, we've not reached there. The Nigerians, when it comes to the nativization of English, have done better than us.
Yeah.
They have.
But have we been allowed to nativize English?
We can.
This do not speak vernacular. Do not do this. When somebody tries to mix a few things from their native language with English, they are beaten in school. But we have to develop and be given the space to explore and be innovative creating our own version of the Ghanaian English.
What time? What time?
With time, eh?
What time? What time you get there? It may not be our time, but we'll get there. Okay, which means we can get into the newspaper review brought to us by Syntex Tank, Stronger, Tough, Access Bank more than banking, and Star Oil, quality and affordable fuels for all, Enterprise Insurance, your advantage.
I'll start with the Daily Guide this morning. There is big news for Ghanaian industry. Margins takes ID success to the Gambia.
Well, that's good.
You know, we've been talking about Ghanaian industries owning West Africa, and Margin has taken the ID success to the Gambia after successfully helping Ghana roll out the national ID.
I'm happy they've done that.
I pray they get the Nigerian market.
Oh, that would be big.
Kasika Befi.
Papa.
That makes them a continental business property.
Oh, no, they should get the Nigerian market.
And then they enter Kenya.
And get an AU gig.
No, I don't know. I'm happy for them.
No, I'm happy. And you know, Margins is doing a great job.
Yes.
I'm happy they've gotten this. I'm looking forward to the other Ghanaian businesses. The Electrochem, you must look forward to the Casapreco.
The construction companies.
Yeah, the Jata Cement and all of that. These are big Ghanaian brands. That should be
supported. And IT firms.
Yeah, to go out there, and do business in other African countries, in Europe, in the Americas, and bring great value to the country, Ghana.
Yeah. So congrats to Moses Kwesi Baden Jr. And his team. Gensha Kang, this one is a win for the Butcher Boys. Yes. George Quay is happy. Yes. So it's a win for the Butcher Boys. Now more from the Daily Guide. No more raw gold exports. Gold Board, Gold Coast Refinery signed deal. And there's a photo of Sami Jemfi shaking the hands with Dr. Said Diras. You remember Dr. Said Diras? He's also the man behind Eurojet Hospitals. So Gold Board has signed a deal with Gold Coast Refinery. Now, ex-NPP candidate stabs wife in the US and he's been arrested. Valentino Ninoy Note, that is Kole Klote. He ran against Zaneto. I remember him very well. I think we interviewed him in the run-up to the elections. Now, Kwabena Japan unveils 6-pillar policy. The NPP is getting ready for the presidential elections to elect their flag bearer, and Kwabena Japan has unveiled a 6-pillar policy to run the country. A black must go. This according to the minority in Parliament.
Now, the chronicle for this morning, we start with Proverbs chapter 22, verse 29. Do you see a man skillful in his work? He will stand before kings. He will not stand before obscure men. Margins to build ID system for the Gambia. And it says technology breakthrough for Ghana.
So Margins is skillful in his work and he's standing before kings.
Yes.
Hey, Chronicle. Fire
power. Also on the front page, Mahama takes bold decision to refine gold in Ghana. Reckless diplomacy has cost Ghana billions. The minority. That's what they ask. They call on the president to fire Samuel Okudzeto Ablaka. But I ask, these statements that have been issued by the foreign ministry, were they issued without the knowledge of the president? Because this is the position of Ghana. And the number one gentleman is the president of the republic. Did he issue these without consulting the presidency? Is that what we're saying?
That's a good one. Now, did you see the U.S. Embassy's post on their Facebook page 16 hours ago?
What was it about?
Oh, they say that they have opened thousands of additional non-immigrant visa appointment slots.
Yes, I saw that.
Many are available now, and the embassy Accra continues to process non-immigrant visa applications. So if you are planning to travel to the United States for the 2026 World Cup,
like I am planning,
and you do not have a valid visa yet, they encourage you to apply. And they've given the link for the application.
I have to.
So the minority's position, no.
I have to with Litina Travels. I'm going with Litina.
You are going with Litina.
Yes.
So the embassy says, Assembly anyhow, we are giving you more slots.
Okay. Back page, Galatasaray hosts Atletico Madrid in fascinating battle. Marseille and Liverpool collide at the Orange Velodrome. Barca aim to secure top 8 spot against Slavia Prague, and Chelsea and Paphos FC clash at Stamford Bridge. All about football.
And the Economy Times is here. Industry players upbeat as the economy turn around. Appeal for further rate cuts to spare cheaper credit. There's a photo of AGI CEO Seth Chum Akwabwa. Ghanaian exporters eye new AGOA opportunities as program extension ends trade uncertainty. So more opportunities for us to trade with the US, especially when it comes to textiles and fashion related stuff. GRA's AI initiative at ports to boost revenue by 45% at no cost to importers. And Elom goes to his maker. May he keep resting in perfect peace. That is Elom Desewu. And I love the fact that even with the demise of Elom Desewu, the Economy Times is still going strong and they are publishing on schedule every week. Congrats to the team holding the forts.
Great. The Ghanaian Point NPP presidential primary, flag bearer hopefuls to sign peace pact tomorrow. U.S. visa freeze. Ghana is now seen as a migration risk. Minority demands are Blackwest sacking. Patience is what is required now. We're almost there. CDS Major General William A. Japan assures retired soldiers. Gold Board, Gold Coast Refinery signed landmark deal to refine gold locally. An ex-NPP parliamentary candidate Valentino Norte arrested in U.S. over alleged stabbing of wife.
The Daily Gist, reshuffle looms. Lordina Boy eyes defense. There's a photo of Kenneth Gilbert J, current Minister of Housing. There is Dr. Zenata Ajman Rawlings and Broja Jemfi. Now, the paper basically says that they tipped Kenneth Gilbert J to go to Ministry of Defense because he was Deputy Minister under Kumbo. And then they expect Broja Jemfi to be moved to Ministry of Works and Housing as the substantive minister, and Zaneto to Environment. So that is what the Daily Gist is speculating. Now, Valentino's story is also here on the front page of the Daily Gist. Gold Board's deal with Gold Coast Refinery is also captured here. And Kennedy Japan declares war on Baumia. That's also on the front page of the Daily Gist. And RTI Commission summons Finance Minister over Article 71 S Gracia payments.
The New Finder says bond market turnover hits 4.61 billion Ghana cedis. Ghana's IMF program extension to August 2026 is technical, IMF, and Professor Adair urges banks to cut lending rates. That's something we would all support. FNB urges developers to secure approved permits for construction loans. All of these on the front page of the New Finder.
And the custodian newspaper be part of Baumia's imminent victory. Anodon prayer to NPP delegates. IES backs price floor regime of the NPA. And minority to Mahama sack unfit black over diplomatic failures. And Gold Board, Gold Coast Refinery move to refine gold locally. Stanbic Bank is also reaffirming support for Ghana's economic recovery.
Now, the insight this morning, Gold Board in landmark refinery deal with Gold Coast and Rand refineries as Ghana moves towards gold value addition. Greenland on chessboard of U.S. imperialism. Please arrest alleged gang leaders linked to Adabraka gold robbery. And Smart Pod note to boost Ghana's security, trade efficiency, and economic sovereignty. New voter forum. And petition for removal of SPEC chair and deputies. Care Ghana calls for speed, fairness in judicial process. And there's one that says A+ saying that Ghana needs 20 years of NPP opposition for real change.
You know the Greenland thing? Somebody wrote on Facebook yesterday that Europe is now seeing what Africa felt when they came down to colonize us, saying that there were no people there, with the US attempting to take over Greenland, saying what is the proof that the land belongs to them. Charlie, people are funny, you know. Now, the Accra Times, BOG boss to launch media recognition initiative, and the winner of this initiative will be taken to the IMF World Bank events. So that is the Accra Times. Minority MPs accuse Blackwell of a foreign policy posture. Victor Smith addresses concerns of citizens in the USA, and NPA boss lost the Mori refinery management for revamping operations. CPDA assesses public perception of President Mohammed's first press conference. Those are the newspapers.
Now, the Ghanaian publisher this morning says Ghana signs historic gold refining deal, 1 ton of gold to be refined locally every week. Sack reckless and incompetent Ablakwa, that's the minority. Family alleges judicial misrepresentation in Nungwa land dispute, and IES backs NPA price floor policy. All on the front page of the Ghanaian publisher, which means we can now bring you the online news review brought to us by Zenith Bank. Zenith Bank, in your best interest.
And this year, say goodbye to unnecessary stress. Pay your school fees and residential fees with Zenith Bank. Simply dial *966*3# on your phone. No data needed. Select Zenith Merchant Pay, enter your school code, follow the prompts, and confirm payment with your PIN. Payment is real time with instant confirmation. It's fast, it's simple, and it's stress free. So start the year right with easy school fee payments using Zenith Bank's Merchant Pay short code *966*3#. For a full list of schools, visit zenithbank.com.gh. Zenith Bank, in your best interest. MyJoyOnline.com, most popular news. Gospel legend Yausapon passes on. Former NPP Korle Klottey MP candidate Valentino Norte arrested in the US for allegedly stabbing his wife. And still in the US, Ken Ofori-Atta's US immigration case hearing. The public has been barred from Ken Ofori-Atta's US immigration court hearing, and there's also a blow-by-blow account of how it happened. Now, the case has been adjourned to April, and we'll be giving you more coverage on that as the days go by, and also give you more reactions on this particular case.
Exactly. Let's just listen to what happened in the Ken Ofori-Atta case in the U.S. yesterday. This A report by the Joy News team.
After nearly 2 weeks in U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement custody, embattled former Finance Minister Ken Ofori-Atta has appeared before a U.S. court to plead his case. Ken Ofori-Atta left Ghana in January 2025 for medical treatment in the United States. About 2 weeks ago, ICE authorities arrested him for allegedly overstaying his visa. In his first public appearance since the arrest, Ken Ofori-Atta joined the hearing via WebEx, an online platform. He appeared in a dark detention jumpsuit over a jeans shirt, which he later removed before taking his seat. He wore medicated glasses and a blue nose mask. This was his second bail hearing after the first was dismissed. A deputy consul from the Ghana embassy in the U.S. was also present.
The respondent?
No, I'm the deputy consul.
Okay, all right. Thank you, sir.
Presiding Judge David Gardy then called the case.
We're on the record today is January 20th, 2026. This is Immigration Judge David Gardy in the Annandale Immigration Court. This is a master calendar hearing in the detained matter of Jorvis Semet Martinez, 246-190-148. The respondent is detained at the Farmville Detention Center and is represented by counsel, who are both appearing via WebEx. With the attorneys please enter their appearances.
Lawyers for Ken Ofori-Atta, led by Christopher Chasen, asked the court to make the hearing private.
I would just if I may, Your Honor.
So the other issue is there's also a master calendar hearing, and I believe that given the nature of the issues, that sensitive subjects will be raised during the master calendar hearing. Are you also requesting that the master calendar hearing be closed to the public?
Yes, and one clarification, Your Honor. We would like both hearings to be closed to the public. However, with respect to the bond hearing, we would like to have that held as soon as humanly possible to include today. I defer to the court in how to make that happen.
The judge agreed.
Anyone who is present, who is not one of the parties or who's not an attorney on another immigration matter should leave the WebEx. Otherwise, we will have to expel you from the WebEx.
Ken Ofori-Atta is also being pursued separately by the Office of the Special Prosecutor and the Office of the Attorney General over alleged corruption-related cases, including efforts to extradite him to Ghana. The immigration case has been adjourned to April 27, 2026 at 1 p.m.
So April 27th, 2026 is when Ken would be in court again on his immigration case. But this morning we seek to find out, can Ken voluntarily decide that he wants to leave the U.S., even though there's a case pending against him in the court? We'll get into that here on the Super Morning Show. If that's possible, why not come back? I'm not sure he's going to be in detention if he were in Ghana. Anyway, let's get into.
Let's wrap up online. Fuel price cuts were expected. Comac plans explains sudden drop amid Gold Star Oil price war. And if you go to citynewsroom.com, Ken Ofori-Atta's U.S. immigration case adjourned to April 27 as we just played that report. Comac holds an emergency meeting over petroleum price floor policy today. So the price floor policy is getting a lot of attention, and Ken Ejapon is perfect fit to revive NPP base. This is KK Sapon, and he says that he will accept an offer to work in Mohammed's government if he's called upon. NPP raised delegates will decide, not polls or prophecies. This is the Duchum campaign speaking. And NIMOS officer shot during anti-Galamsey operation, and one person killed in that particular operation. So that is it. Now the NDC has also pegged the Ayawaso East parliamentary filing fee at 40,000 Ghana cedis. If you go to the BNFT, 186 million Ghana cedis in legal tender at risk. This is a very alarming story. And skills gap threatens tourism sector growth. Coconut Grove CEO speaking. There is one of our friends who has a place in Kumasi, and over the past 1 year he's been looking for qualified people to run the establishment properly, and he says he's still struggling. And the Coconut Grove CEO saying that there's a skills gap in the space is also worrying. We need to really do a needs assessment of the tourism sector.
We have to.
And fix it properly, because it's one of the big areas we can use to turn our country around.
Exactly, and we need to talk about that because if that's a sector that can drive your economy's growth, invest in it.
Yeah.
But time now for the BBC News, brought to us by Fidelity Bank, Believe With Us, and Glyco, we cushion you for life.
Author Linwood Barclay joins us to talk about Take Your Breath Away, a tense, twisty thriller where nothing is quite what it seems.
World's Book Club from the 7th of February. At 8:30 GMT, Business Daily.
Today, I'm in a country that makes the highest number of cars per capita in the world, Slovakia. I visit a factory there and find out why this small East Central European nation is attracting so much car industry investment.
This is the BBC World Service, the world's radio station.
Hello and welcome to Newsday on the BBC World Service. I'm James Copnell in London and Anne Soy is in Nairobi.
Donald Trump is expected at the World Economic Forum in Davos shortly as European leaders consider their response to his threats to coerce them into handing him control of Greenland.
Ukraine's President Zelensky, though, has cancelled his attendance at Davos due to a power crisis at home caused by Russian airstrikes.
And it's been almost 3 months since Hurricane Melissa devastated the Caribbean. We speak to the Jamaican Tourism Minister about reconstruction and climate justice.
It is countries at the brunt of the climate change impact caused by these mega producers of carbon. They have to be treated better, and the resources to do so has to come from those who have generated huge wealth as a result of carbon misuse in some instances.
That's after this bulletin of the latest world news.
BBC News with Govinda Gill. President Trump's trip to Switzerland has been delayed by technical problems. A minor electrical issue on Air Force One forced the plane to turn around. Mr. Trump is now flying to the World Economic Forum at Davos on another aircraft. The annual gathering of the world's elite has been dominated by his desire to annex Greenland. Sarah Smith reports from Washington.
When Donald Trump lands in Davos later today, he can expect a chilly reception from world leaders firmly opposed to his ambition to annex Greenland. Asked by the BBC if the breakup of NATO was a price he was willing to pay for Greenland, President Trump seemed oblivious to the hostility his threats have generated, saying, "I think we will work something out where NATO is going to be very happy and where we're going to be very happy." Asked how far he was prepared to go to acquire the Arctic territory, he said simply, "You'll find out."
A court in Japan has handed down a life sentence to Tetsuya Yamagami, the man who shot the former Prime Minister Shinzo Abe at an election rally 3.5 years ago. Yamagami had pleaded guilty to murder charges. Shinzo Abe was killed by a homemade weapon as he addressed a crowd. South Korea's former Prime Minister Han Duck-soo has been found guilty of engaging in an act of insurrection by a court in Seoul and sentenced to 23 years in jail. The charges relate to his involvement in the former President Yoon Suk-yeol's failed attempt to impose martial law in December 2024. From Seoul, Jake Kwon reports.
The judge said the former Prime Minister helped a loyalist coup and insurrection. He rejected Han's claim that he was powerless to stop it. Han Duck-soo was found guilty of legitimizing the martial law by arranging the cabinet meeting and falsifying documents. The verdict has a major implication in Yoon's own insurrection trial. He's accused of leading an insurrection which carries the death penalty. His verdict is expected to arrive next month.
Photos shown to BBC's Verify service reveal the faces of people killed in Iran's violent suppression of anti-government protests. Many show the injuries sustained by demonstrators. Merlin Thomas reports.
Hundreds of photos leaked to BBC Verify reveal the bloodied, swollen and bruised faces of at least 326 victims, including 18 women. We've been told that in the mortuary, relatives and friends were huddled around a screen, trying to identify their loved ones from hundreds of images of the dead. The slideshow is said to have lasted for hours, with the injuries of many victims so severe that the people couldn't be recognised. Labels on more than 100 victims showed the date they died as the 9th of January, one of the deadliest nights for protesters in Tehran so far.
World news from the BBC. The authorities in the Spanish region of Catalonia have suspended all suburban train travel following a deadly accident on a commuter train on Tuesday. It was the second fatal rail crash in 3 days in Spain. Guy Hedgecoe reports.
The train was travelling between the towns of San Sadurní and Gelida near Barcelona when it struck a wall, thought to have collapsed because of torrential rain in the area. The impact killed the driver of the train, which was derailed. Emergency services were at the scene throughout the night, helping those hurt and clearing debris. All rail infrastructure is now being checked in the region, and no services will run until safety can be guaranteed. Investigators are still looking at what may have caused Sunday's high-speed derailment in the south of the country. At least 42 people died in that accident.
The world's biggest nuclear power plant is due to restart operations for the first time since the 2011 Fukushima disaster. The Kashiwazaki Kariwa plant's operator TEPCO said reactor number 6 would start generating power on Wednesday evening. The move comes despite safety concerns among local residents. A row has erupted in India after a group of athletes, including the country's leading pole vaulter, were allegedly fined by railway staff and barred from a train for trying to board whilst carrying their poles. Dev Meena and teammates were returning from a competition when they say they were challenged over their equipment, which ticket inspectors said exceeded the dimensions allowed. The American astronaut Suni Williams, who made global headlines when she became stranded on the International Space Station, has announced her retirement. Ms. Williams' 2024 mission to test Boeing's Starliner capsule was supposed to involve a week-long stay on the ISS, but ended up lasting more than 9 months due to technical problems. BBC News.
Thanks for that news. Hello and welcome.
Glyco Life Micro Insurance customers, hey! Glyco Life damwase, more piafo, ya sumo e konfinshe duanai, bonsumuni ya nantiye, ye damwase, ne ya simuse, ye de Glyco Life app abba, ewo mobile phone swa, ama yankita hudie, ayemre. Glyco Life Micro Insurance goes digital. Sese die, uye Glyco Life ejuan koswo, ana Glyco Life enidaswa customer, hia se obenya adansidie krata, etrese wetua bibi ama Glyco. Die hia ni se, ube downloadu Glyco Life app no, ana ye agenta, ya tituom abefo kwanso, ebe buawo, mwetumi a downloadu ewo phone so. 24 hours, ebre, any baby a wobia. Ubetumi etua wuntie ni ama Glyco. Anampo ubetumi ajusika efri Glyco nchen abefo kwanso. Sanshishe edi asumdwe ebebre Glyco Life edwedifo. Baby a wo any ebrebia. Glyco, we cushion you for life.
Today, we hit the streets to ask Ghanaians, what would you do with free fuel for 1 year?
Oh, road trips with the girls every weekend.
That's extra savings to help fix my car.
Charlie, 1 whole year, I'll finally be able to visit my mom without worrying about the distance.
This season, it's feeling after filling from Shell with new and improved fuels so you can do the things you love. Buy 300 Ghana cedis or more worth of new and improved Shell fuels and stand a chance to win. Free fuel for 1 month, 3 months, 6 months, or even 1 year. It's time to try the new and improved Shell fuels with additives that deliver efficiency, cleaning, protection, and performance. Don't miss out. Fill up with new and improved Shell fuels and get rewarded. Promo runs till the 28th of February 2026. T's and C's apply.
New and improved Shell fuels. Simply better by far.
For many years, we've been solving Ghana's water storage problems with quality tanks. Syntex tank. You know, it is strong, it's tough, and reliable. And now, we're in to solve the #1 problem when it comes to water carriage: our pipes. With the state-of-the-art machinery, Syntex is providing very strong, tough, reliable, high quality, and durable pipes at a reasonable price. This is Syntex Pipes. With Syntex Pipes, water flows wow. I mean, ta-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta. If they carry water, no wahala. With Syntex Pipe, our water problems are solved. Syntex, are you strong? Are you tough?
want to suck you dry. Why shall listen way? Engagement things and Kwenye. Hey, sure. They even added washing machine, fridge, flat screen TV. 65 inches and so. How do they expect you to buy all these and still take care of your family? Oh, Kwame.
Mama. And how cry? With Access Bank's Pick Now Pay Later, we can get everything now in minutes and pay at 0% interest over the next 6 months. Eye koko cry.
Hey, sir.
Access Bank says faster is here. With a now digitized Pick Now Pay Later, life's big moments are within reach. Just click, pick, approved in minutes. For more information, call our 24-hour contact center on 0800 00 4400. Terms and conditions apply. Access Bank, more than banking.
Hey, is it my TV or my eyes? Why? If you say everything clear past my future.
Oh, Charlie, it's not your eyes, it's the TCL C6K QD Mini LED TV.
With QD Mini LED technology, you get deep blacks, bright highlights, and colors so real. See, even the referee's board head, they shine.
Movies, football, gaming, every detail sharp like a new razor blade.
If your old TV they show blare blare, Charlie, it's time to upgrade.
Visit any Electroland Ghana shop for yours and enter the ongoing Achedia promo.
TCL C6K QD Mini LED TV.
TCL, inspire greatness.
Echo, I hear say you be football encyclopedia. Name 2 countries that dominated football back to back.
Italy and Brazil, legends.
You deserve to see the ultimate football experience live and color.
Enterprise Insurance Insurna Chile promo is now bigger. Just buy or renew your motor insurance for a chance to enjoy the ultimate football experience live. Feely. Hurry now.
Enterprise Insurance, I'm on my way.
Buy or renew your motor insurance and stand a chance to enjoy an all-expense-paid ultimate football experience. Plus, you get free fuel coupons, shopping vouchers, airtime, and data bundles. Promo runs from January to May 2026. This promo is regulated by the NLA on the Caritas Lottery platform. Terms and conditions apply. Enterprise Insurance, trusted for 102 years since 1924.
Enterprise, your advantage.
At 18, Mr. Mensah got his first student mattress. It was hard and unyielding, just what he thought he needed. At 46, he chose a mattress that was too soft and did not provide him adequate support. Now at 66, when you hear Mr. Mensah coming, he groans and croaks. Now he needs a chiropractor. The choices you make catch up with you. Talk to a comfort expert at Latex Foam to help you choose from pocketed spring mattresses to orthopedic and high-density foam mattresses tailored for your age, posture, and body type. And now, Latex Foam is even more. From home to office furniture that has your back, Latex Foam has a range of durable products that give you total comfort for a healthier life. View our full product range on our new interactive website at latexfoamghana.com or visit Latex Foam showrooms nationwide to speak to a comfort expert. Latex Foam, your partner for life.
Dear business owner, congrats on not giving up on your business. You deserve a medal, and your business deserves to be taken to the next level. In fact, it's about time you run a Zenith Bank SME account so you and your business can enjoy the perks of the Zenith SME Business Card. Oga and Oga Madam status.
The Zenith SME Business Card is a Visa debit card for making secure payments for goods and services. Enjoy great benefits such as free customized digital SME training, free marketing toolkits, access to Visa practical skills training, and more. Unlock the potential of your business today. Visit any Zenith Bank branch nationwide and sign up for the Zenith SME Business Card, the ultimate payment solution for SMEs. For more information, visit www.zenithbank.com.gh or call 0302 680-884 or 0307-086-370. Zenith Bank, in your best interests.
It's the most action-packed breakfast show in town. The hottest music, the best giveaways, the great interviews, and all the laughter and fun you can imagine. Don't miss the Super Morning Show on Joy 99.7 FM. It's the best breakfast show in town. Coffee in your cup and Joy on the set. The Super Morning Show is always the best bet on Joy 99.7 FM.
Yeah, and the beat goes on. Still live here on the Super Morning Show on Joy 99.7 FM. You know, we're building up to the 31st of January 2026 at the University of Ghana Stadium, where we bring you the Joy FM big workout. Kojo, are you getting ready?
Oh, me, I'm ready.
You're ready?
I'm very, very ready.
Okay.
I'm very, very, very
ready. No problem.
I was ready 10 years ago.
Sir, you saw this day coming. I mean, I love to walk.
Yes.
And I'm challenging David Maxfuga to a walk. The last time I told him that I did 15 kilometers, he was doubting it. Yeah, so don't worry. So you shouldn't worry. We will do that on the day.
On a typical weekend, I do about 30,000 steps. But it's not a planned walk, though.
Okay.
It's walking around the farm, doing work and all those things. Every weekend I do about 30,000 steps. But as the health people will tell you, you also must plan your walks. Okay, you must plan your walks. Doing active giddy work doesn't mean you are actually exercising, because you need to design the exercises to benefit every part of your body, not to put a strain on you and not to stress you. So join us, yes, for this particular walk. Very, 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 very important walk. And today we'll be having a conversation actually about our physical health and how to ensure optimal body performance.
David Maxfuga,
what's he say?
He says, Master, I do 15 kilometers every weekend, though.
15 kilometers every weekend.
Every weekend, yeah. So let's no, you know what we're going to do, David Maxfuga, no problem. This weekend, Saturday and Sunday, we'll all do the walk and then come back and check on Monday. On Monday, we'll come back and find out.
Why not have a pre-walk by Winston and Maxfuga?
But you know the outcome already.
Look, we start from Independence Square to the Legon Great Hall.
Okay.
When you enter the Legon Great Hall, we'll just enter Jamrock and give you guys breakfast. And the person who gets there first, I'll personally ensure the person gets a full white rum.
When do you want to have the walk before the walk?
This Saturday. And then we'll stream everything live on Joy Social.
Let me see if David Maxfuga has accepted that.
This Saturday, the walk before the big walk. I'm putting a white.
Okay, he says we should meet on Saturday. So
yes,
David
from
Maxfuga.
Independence Square.
Okay, from Independence Square
to the Legon Great Hall. Okay, when you get there, you'll be spread by Jamrock. And then the winner, the one who gets there first, will get a white rum. I'm sending you the photo of the rum.
Please do. But let it not be just photo.
No. I'm saying I'll give the winner a white rum.
Okay.
Proper one.
We'll slaughter it there and there.
Yes. This rum I was reserving it for one my RGB for Salah. But I'll give it to you and go and
so it means that I'm going to enjoy the ram.
Yes,
folks,
yes.
Once I slaughter
the walk before the walk.
Once I slaughter the ram, I'll invite you. My friend Nana Haddon says he's also challenging me.
Nana, join it. The winner takes the ram.
Don't worry. Nana, come and let's walk. Come and let's walk. But Kojo, we've been asking a question. Ken Ofori-Atta was in court yesterday in the afternoon, 6 p.m. Ghana time, but in the US it was at I think around 2 p.m. Now that the case has started, I just want to find out. It's been adjourned till the 27th of April. He remains in detention. Can he at this point say, "Look, I want to leave the country"? Can he at this point say, "I'm not interested in staying in the United States. I want to go back to Ghana"? And that's a question we need answers to. So this morning we've been joined by Professor Kojo Appiah-Gyechia, who is Professor of Law at the University of Ghana Law School, to help us understand what could happen in this case. Good morning, Prof. Thank you very much for joining us.
Good morning, Winston. Thanks for having me.
Great, and a Happy New Year to you.
Same to you.
Great. So yesterday, Ken Ofori-Atta was in court. Case adjourned till April 27th, 1 p.m. Remains in detention. Can he at this point say, "I'm no longer interested in staying in the U.S. I want to go back to Ghana," and the case ends, he comes back to Ghana?
Yes, he could, based on the fact that the revocation of his visa and the case that has been brought before him, which led to his appearing before the immigration court yesterday, it's not based on his having committed a crime in the U.S. It is only when he has committed a crime that the U.S. court will try him, and if he is found guilty, will serve his time. And after serving the time, then he will be deported from the country.
Okay.
This is a purely immigration matter. And number two, the extradition aspect is also there. And as we know, extradition can take a very long time to deal with, and it's going to take the resources of the Department of Justice of the United States and so on. And so if on his own he decides to return to Ghana, he has the right to do so. Yes, he has the right to freedom of movement, and the freedom of movement means that he can leave any country at any time. There's only a restriction on entering another country, which calls for a visa. So if he is exiting the country, he has the right to do that any day, any time.
Okay, so in effect, he can decide to come to Ghana, and that's the end of the case.
That will end the case, both the extradition case and then the immigration case against him.
Okay. Let me just get your thoughts on this, because, there are some who've actually said he's better off staying in the U.S. or he should come to Ghana. There are those who believe he should come to Ghana. Now, if you were to advise him, what would you advise he does?
Well, I would have advised him that he should come to Ghana to face justice. All his lawyers and those who support him feel that he hasn't committed any wrong, or he hasn't done anything that should lead to the way a manner is being treated by the OSP and then the Attorney General's office. So if he has nothing to hide, I think it is in his best interest to come and face the justice system in Ghana, and if he gets extricated, then he goes scot-free.
There are those who also say, well, once the case has started, why doesn't he just stay there? Now, if he decides to come to Ghana, can he, while in Ghana, go back to the United States, for instance, if he has to undergo medical treatment? Would it be that easy?
It will be difficult for him to re-enter the U.S. That option is not completely closed to him. But because of the fact that the visa was revoked, if the visa is revoked, sometimes they will say you will need about 3 years or so before you can reapply to enter the country. Yeah, so that may be the challenge that you have. And there's also the possibility that if he goes back without having gone through the legal process and having been, the conclusion being that he wasn't liable for the offenses leveled against him, then the extradition process can be triggered again. And then that will restart the process for him to come back to Ghana.
Now, can he also decide to come to Ghana while still pursuing the case? So he's here in Ghana, but the case goes on, and if he's deemed that he can, if it's deemed that he can stay in the U.S., then he could go back as and when he wants to.
Can you clarify which case you are talking about?
I'm talking about the immigration case.
Okay. Well, if the immigration case, they are saying that his visa is revoked, he cannot stay in the country. So if he leaves, the case will be closed, and then he will not be able to, the case will not continue.
Okay. Well, Professor Kojo Appiah-Atta, thank you very, very much for joining us this morning. We're grateful to you.
A pleasure.
So that's Professor at the University of Ghana School of Law, Professor Kojo Appiah-Atta, who believes that former Finance Minister Ken Ofori-Atta can still decide that he wants to come back to Ghana. Well, if I were him, I'd definitely return to Ghana. But hey, I'm not Ken, I'm only Winston. But what do you say on this? Get onto X, share your thought with us, or on WhatsApp 05511119997. Kojo, what would you do if you were in his shoes?
Well, Ken is a man with a lot of investments in Ghana. He's a man with family and friends in Ghana. He's a man who has lived in Ghana almost all his life, at least his business life, and built an empire. And I believe that after serving for almost 8 years, if I were Ken, I would come back to Ghana. I want to clear my name, right? I want to clear my name. I want to restore dignity to my name and also my record. So I would come and go through the processes. I would not stay unless I don't have the physical health and the strength to come to Ghana. If I don't have that and I need people in the US to ensure that I'm healthy and I'm strong enough, then maybe I would not want to come. But if I can come to Ghana, I'll come to Ghana and clear my name. Yeah, okay. I'll come and clear my name.
Okay.
Straight up.
Yeah, it's important.
I won't think twice about it.
Great. Well, you could definitely join us and tell us what your thoughts are here on the Super Morning Show on Joy 99.7 FM. But of course, this morning also, we're discussing health. We're discussing you. Okay. What do you do to stay fit in 2026? Okay, well, that's something that we need to discuss. For all of us who set health goals, for those who didn't, we say that in all your goals, you need to set your health goals also.
Yeah.
David Max Fuga is challenging me to a walk on Saturday, which I have accepted.
There's the walk before the big walk.
Yeah, the walk before the big walk.
And the winner gets a white ram.
Oh, the man will lose. David Max Fuga, you will lose.
Or you want to take a goat instead.
Oh no, ram is better. The meat is sweet too.
Very sweet.
So after the walk, then we'll go and sit at
and you get the skin and you sit on it. You will skin yourself as the king of the walk.
Massa. So don't worry, folks. The party will be there. We'll share it with you.
But Kofi, there's something I want to bring your attention to. The Ministry of Transport has dispatched new buses to new routes, right? To some of the routes. They are not new, they exist, but these are buses they are adding to whatever is there. Accra to Kaswa, Kanishi to Kaswa, Kanishi to Amasaman Circle, Nungwa, 37 Opebia, Adenta, Shashi Adenta, Okponglo La Paz, and Shashi to Circle. This is great, but you see, in all this conversation about congestion in the city and the traffic and not enough buses and all those things, there's something that I want to bring our attention to. The president, in campaigning to be president, said that Accra was very congested and that if he becomes president, he will build a new city. You remember that?
Yes.
When he went on his Thanksgiving tour somewhere in Dodua, he mentioned that as well, that he was going to build a new city in the Bundasi area. This city will straddle Greater Accra, Volta, and then Eastern region to decongest Accra.
You know what, Kojo? Let's just listen to what the president said on this whole new city.
As a permanent fix to decongest Accra, we'll begin the design and feasibility study for a new city. Some of the government offices and agencies will be moved out of Accra to the new city. I believe that this city will be located somewhere on the Accra Plains, from Bundasi, straddling across Greater Accra, Eastern region and Volta regions. The city will straddle 3 regions. The city will stretch to the banks of the Volta River, and there will be a railway link and an expressway that will link the new city to Accra.
So that's President John Dramani Mahama.
Yes.
Raising lots of questions.
Yes. And giving a promise about a new city. So far, we've not seen action on the ground of the new city. I have a lot of questions about this.
Okay.
And if you give me some time later in the show,
I will give you the time because it talks about the design and feasibility.
Yeah.
So it'll be important to get into it and find out where we are. But I'm sure by now you know the hottest slogan in town. Well, say it with me. Part to part from GCB Bank. Part to part will be just vibes. It's your chance to win.
It is what? Part to part.
Part to part.
Part
to part.
Part to part. From GCB Bank.
Yes.
Yeah, your bank.
Yes. Yes, your bank for life. Look, it'll be just vibes. It's your chance to win Megagantuan prizes. It's not just Gargantuan. gargantuan prices. Now we're talking the ultimate all-expense paid trip to the Global Football Fiesta next year, plus monthly TVs, fridges, cookers, and many goodies. The prices know they finish. Just join the winning team, deposit and maintain 300 Ghana cedis or more in your GCB savings or current account, and that's all. Small savings, the more points you earn, pat to pat, and boom. Say kutu, say bam.
Say kutu.
Say bam. If you win big.
Let me say good morning to the GCB team. Baby.
So get in the game, and your next stop fee be Yonki, Canada, or Mexico from now till April 2026. Save win. Go with the pat to pat promo by GCB Bank. Global football, here we come. T's and C's apply. GCB, your bank for life.
Good morning to Mr. Farihan Al Hassan and to Mr. Al Hassan Idrisu Dana and the whole GCB team. Also going out to Cynthia Ofori-Atta for say kutu.
Say bam.
If you suspect an LPG leak, do not switch off on or off any light, fan or appliance. Sparks from switches can ignite the gas. Okay, so whenever you suspect an LPG leak, don't switch off any appliance, the lights, the fan or anything. The sparks from the switches can ignite the gas. Quietly leave the area first, and safety knowledge saves lives. This is a message from Comac, and they are prioritizing your safety.
Well, I'm sure you've heard the news, and there's still time to win big. The SG Ghana Visa cashback promo is still on. Do not miss the chance to win back the money you spent shopping this festive season. So, between now and the 31st of January, use your SG Ghana Visa card for all your transactions. Make at least 5 transactions worth 2,000 Ghana cedis or more, and stand the chance of winning your share of the 120,000 in the grand draw. The more transactions you make, the better your chances of winning. SG Ghana Visa festive cashback promo. Spend now, smile later. For inquiries, call 0302-214-314. Terms and conditions apply. This promo is regulated by NLA and the Carters Lottery Platform. Societe Generale Ghana. The future is you.
And Kingdom Books and Stationery is your number one supplier of quality office essentials, equipment and furniture at very affordable prices. Now, they are giving the opportunity to shop online without physically going to any of their branches. It's hassle-free, so go to kingdomstoreonline.com. They'll arrange delivery to your homes and offices within a reasonable time, and they offer free delivery within Accra and Tema and accept payment via Momo across all networks. Terms and conditions, however, apply. At Kingdom, quality and affordability is their hallmark.
Let me say good morning to my friend Rudolph Dogbe, who's listening to us right now. Rudolph, I've seen your messages, bad man.
Is he joining the work?
Oh, Kokwaigbe. I'm not sure.
Does he have stomach infrastructure he wants to reduce?
He does. I'm not sure he wants to reduce it. But if he wants to, he can join the work. Charlie, look, if you did drive, and this one, dear, you for here. Trusted for 102 years. Enterprise Insurance just dropped the Insure Not Chile promo. Road to the ultimate football experience. When you insure your car with Enterprise, you don't just get protection, you get extra rewards. Enjoy free fuel coupons, airtime, shopping vouchers, and stand a chance to win an all-expense paid ultimate football experience live at the stadium. Insure your car now with Enterprise Insurance and be part of the Insure Not Chile promo. Promo runs from now till May 2026. This promo is regulated by NLA on the Carters Lottery Platform. Terms and conditions apply. Enterprise Insurance, your advantage.
Good morning to Mr. Joseph Ampofo, aka Tula of Enterprise, and to Jerry Hodasi. Jerry, good morning. I expect you at the big walk.
Oh no, Jerry will be there.
And Tula should come.
He should come.
I see Tula walking every day when I'm coming to work.
Oh, okay.
He should come and show his experience.
He should come and we'll see how well he can, the how well he can walk.
Yes. Tula can walk. He can walk, man. He's a big man who can do a big walk.
It's just here now.
Here now. No giddy. Anyway, if you want to store water at home, in your office, in your industrial complex, get the tank with a tortoise on it. It's the Syntex tank. It's the champion of water tanks. It's strong and durable and built to handle our Ghanaian weather, rain or shine. Syntex always has your back. So go outside, check your tank. If it doesn't have a tortoise on it, it's time to upgrade. You can join the Syntex family today by calling 0244-335-168, or you can buy from any of their 400 agents nationwide. You can also shop online at syntexgh.com. Syntex tank, are you strong, are you tough?
You know what, Access Bank rewarding our customers is at the heart of what we do, And that's why we've introduced Rewards by Access, a loyalty program designed to add value to your everyday banking experience. So whether you're shopping, traveling, or handling business expenses, every transaction you make with your Access card brings you closer to exclusive benefits, premium privileges, and personalized rewards, all tailored to suit your lifestyle. Points earned through your card transactions can be redeemed seamlessly at any of our merchant partners nationwide, making your spending go even further. So whether you're a frequent flyer, a regular shopper, or managing daily, family, personal, or business needs, Rewards by Access ensures you get more from every spend. Use your Access card today and enjoy a rewarding banking experience only with Access Bank. Visit loyaltyrewards.ghana.accessbankplc.com or call the toll-free line 0800 004400 for more details. Access Bank, more than bank.
And one person I'm really expecting at the work also is the MD of Access Bank.
Oh, okay.
Pearl Nkrumah.
Yeah.
Pearl takes her fitness very seriously, and she's climbed almost all the mountains in Africa. It would be nice to have Pearl join us. So Pearl, we are looking forward to having you 31st of January. We are
6 a.m. sharp.
6 a.m. sharp, and I want to invite my personal relationship manager, Yvonne Tamaklo. Yeah, Yvonne and your team at Adringano. We're expecting you.
We are working.
Yes. Come and let's walk. Now, if you want a degree, a proper one that will help you advance your career and your knowledge, the University of Ghana Business School is calling you. It's recognized as one of Africa's leading business schools, and it's in the premier institution in Ghana, the University of Ghana. Applications are now open for the 1-year sandwich master's programs. The programs on offer are MSc Forensic Accounting and Fraud Examination, MSc Accounting and Finance, MSc Tax Policy and Finance, MSc Clinical Leadership and Management, MSc Health Policy and Management, MSc Hospitality and Tourism Management, MSc International Business, MA Marketing Strategy, MSc Logistics and Transportation Management, MA Organizational Leadership and Governance, MSc Procurement and Supply Chain Management, and MA Public Sector Management. There's also the MSc Business Analytics. There's an information session which will happen today at 4 p.m. and the links are on the University of Ghana Business School social media platforms. So if you want to apply for any of these courses, join the information session at 4 p.m. Find the links on the University of Ghana Business School social media platforms, or you can call 059-550-8270.
So you know your salary deserves better. Switch to Fidelity Bank today and enjoy amazing benefits, lower interest rates, higher loan amounts, personalized financial support, and a smile that lasts. It's time to switch and smile wider with Fidelity Bank. To learn more, call them on 0800 003355 or visit fidelitybank.com.gh or connect with them on social media at Fidelity Bank GH. Fidelity Bank, believe with us.
We've not greeted Mr. Julian Opuni this year on the show.
Oh, we haven't.
We've not greeted Julian Opuni this year.
He has to join us.
MD of Fidelity Bank.
He has to join us on the
International Julian Opuni.
31st January.
Yes, Mr. Julian Opuni and KB and all your people at and Auntie AC Mills Robertson and the whole team.
We're waiting for that.
Yes. Come. And when we finish the work, we also give you fruits to eat and a lot of water to drink.
Don't worry. When we finish the work, we'll do pork barbecue. We'll grill pork and
Julian, good morning to you and your team, and also to Daniel at Fidelity Tesano, great guy, and to Philip Nate as well at Fidelity, the Tesano branch. Now, if you are planning a trip abroad, don't wait until you are stranded in a foreign country. Get covered with Glyco travel insurance before you fly. From medical emergencies and flight delays to lost luggage, Glyco has you covered every step of the way. Visit any Glyco Live branch or call 0555 305 547. Travel smart, travel protected. Glyco, we cushion you for life.
Now, have you heard about the incredible benefits of Exilium from Total Energies? Let me tell you more about this premium fuel. With its amazing 3-in-1 power, Total Energies introduces Exilium new formula, which is the additive-enriched fuel with its powerful 3-in-1 action that cleans your engine, extends its life, and lowers your fuel consumption. Thanks to the cumulative effect of its anti-corrosion, anti-wear, and detergent additives, Exilium new formula also lowers your vehicle's fuel consumption while reducing CO2 emissions. Charlie, you drive, sir. Experience the difference with Total Energies Exilium new formula. Choose Exilium. Choose quality.
And after the energy from the AFCON, the Total team has also joined us for the work.
Oh yeah, they have.
Yes. Frank Boama, Eric, Auntie Barbara, Ellen, Alfred, Gina. the whole Total team, we Edna, Josephine can come, all of you, 31st, come and show us the energy from Total. Come and show us the energy from Excellium.
Sharp.
Now, Heritage University, Christian University in Amasaman, is also accepting admissions. If you want to grow, Heritage is one of the places you'd want to go to. Their scholar practitioner faculty will guide you to solve real world challenges. So whether your passion lies in business, computing, health, psychology, media, or theology, Heritage Christian University provides the path for you. So experience a university education that challenges you to dream, pursue, and achieve. HCU is a chartered university and accredited by the G-Tech. So begin your journey with us in January 2026. You can call them on WhatsApp 0547 777731. Heritage Christian University, educating compassionate entrepreneurial leaders. And the chancellor for the school is Dr. Eric Ejay. He used to be the AGI president. You remember him?
Yeah.
No, James Asare J, not Eric. Dr. James Asare J of Metallex. He also produces rice. So Uncle James, you and your team come, and when you are coming, bring us some rice. I should bring rice for the work.
And you're working, yes. Anyway, stay with us when we return. Birthday messages, sports after these.
Je m'appelle.
Je m'appelle.
Je m'appelle.
Mappé. Et mappé. Hey, Asamo! French idiot. This is a midi croissant.
Meet Aja. She makes sobolo in a small shop in Kaswa. She's going places with MTN Ejumapa. Now, she's learning French kakra to teach her francophone customers indigenous recipes.
Watashi no namae wa.
Watashi no na. My boy.
Whoa. She's learning Japanese too? What? If you're a woman with a small business, join MTN Ejumapa today by dialing *5060# and enjoy 150 megabytes data, a lifestyle bundle for social media, free MTN to MTN calls every Monday, and an insurance cover. You will also gain access to expert training, discounts on digital tools, and financial support to grow the business of your dreams. Terms and conditions apply. MTN.
Ever wondered what else your Standard Chartered Visa card can do? It is not just for taking money from ATMs. Your Standard Chartered Visa card is the enjoyment card. Use it to shop at malls and supermarkets and for all your online transactions. Book and pay for that overdue vacation online and win fantastic rewards like airtime, Melcon gift vouchers, and a weekend stay at a plush hotel and many more. It is the enjoyment card. So next time you're about to make any payment, let your Standard Chartered Visa card lead the way, not cash. It is your gateway to secure, convenient, and rewarding payments. Visit the 360 Rewards website for more information. Standard Chartered, here for good.
FPAC is effective for headaches and relieves the symptoms of flu, colds, and catarrh. FPAC blows away the pain associated with sore throats. During and after a hard day's work, FPAC relieves you of body pains. After the day's sports workout, FPAC helps the body to control the aching muscles. FPAC is effective against feverishness. FPAC reduces body temperature associated with malaria and other fevers. FPAC is effective against rheumatic pains. You can find FPAC in all pharmacy and chemical select shops throughout the country. FPAC is not recommended for children less than 16 years of age, ulcer and asthmatic patients, pregnant and lactating mothers. If symptoms persist for more than 2 days, consult your doctor. FPAC blows your pain away.
FPAC Junior follows in the tradition of FPAC tablets, a trusted friend to relieve your child of pain associated with teething, catarrh, cold, and fever. The good that FPAC does for you, FPAC Junior does for your child. FPAC Junior is for children between 6 months and 12 years. FPAC Junior blows your child's pain away.
What if your insurance loved you back? Whether it's protecting your home, your car, or your business, Loyalty Insurance is there to safeguard what matters most to you. And because loyalty goes both ways, we reward your trust with unparalleled service. competitive rates, and benefits that grow with you over time. It's our way of saying thank you for choosing loyalty. So if you're ready for a partner that values you as much as you value your peace of mind, look no further than Loyalty Insurance. Visit us at www.loyaltyinsurancegh.com. With us, loyalty isn't just a promise, it's our way of life. Loyalty Insurance, your loyal partner.
Welcome back. Time now for birthday messages here on the Super Morning Show, brought to us by MTN. Everywhere you go. And Bank of Africa BOA Pay from Bank of Africa offers a hassle-free solution for fee collection and other payments. Call us or chat with Fafa on at boaghana.com for details. Okay, and let me.
Today is the birthday of the chairman of Blochem Industries.
Exactly,
Yes.
Manosh Lakiani, who is the group chairman of Blochem Industries.
Yeah.
And this is from the management and staff of the Multimedia Group Limited to you. We'll do the rest of the birthday messages later on. It means we can get into the Sports Center, and it's proudly brought to us by MTN. Switch to MTN's eSIM. Download my MTN app to go SIMless today. Standard Chartered Bank,
here for good.
FPAC blows your pain away, and DSTV, your home of entertainment.
Let's get you wealthy. Let's get you to increase your wealth. Go to Standard Chartered. We will help you explore a range of wealth management and investment options to support your 2026 financial ambitions. If you've not spoken to Standard Chartered about growing your portfolio, this is the time. 020-202-7682 or 020-2220-499. Email info@scwealthmanagement.com or visit them on the 4th floor of Standard Chartered or Pebia branch or any of their branches. Standard Chartered, here for good.
Now, I know we all don't want to be in queues, and so here's the simplest way to get an eSIM from MTN, okay? Now, all you have to do is just to open your My MTN app, follow the steps, and boom, you're live. It's the ultimate life hack, so grab your phone, download the My MTN app. If you haven't already, skip the queue today and get your eSIM, which means we're going to bring you the Sports Center. Achu.
Winston, good morning, and to you, to everyone as well. Welcome aboard to the Joy Sports Center. Coming up.
Gyökeres is on the charge here and found. Got to be strong. He is. He holds it up well. It's not the right pass for Saka, but he's got it back and he scored. A dead-eye finish from Victor Gyökeres.
Arsenal beat Inter Milan at the San Siro to secure a 7th consecutive victory in the Champions League, securing a top 2 finish in the league phase with a game to spare. Meanwhile, in Spain,
So dangerous on transition, Real. That was beautifully done, wasn't it? Adegula with the pass. Vinicius Junior and Mbappe! Just like that, another goal for Kylian Mbappe.
Kylian Mbappe backed the brace to take his goal tally to 11 in the Champions League as Real Madrid pick apart his former club AS Monaco to boost their chances of automatic round of 16 qualification. We'll tell you more about that later. But first, the aquatic sport in Ghana has been thrown into turmoil after the National Sports Authority withdrew its recognition of the Ghana Swimming Association for allegedly failing to fulfill certain requirements. This development comes just 4 months before the 2026 Africa Aquatic Swimming Championships, which is scheduled for early May this year. The Ghana Swimming Association has responded strongly to the concerns raised by the NSA in a separate statement. Razak Musbao has the rest of the details.
Now, the statement by the National Sports Authority cites the failure of the leadership of the Ghana Swimming Association to present what they describe as audited account. Now, the leadership of the Ghana Swimming Association has now responded to that decision by the National Sports Authority, where they have required of the authority to withdraw its decision and even threatened legal action. They indicated they acknowledged receipt of the statement by the National Sports Authority and said they received with shock and dismay considering its implications for aquatic development and the future of swimming in the country. Now, they went on to say that the decision fails to comply with the mandatory procedures prescribed under the Sports Regulation 2023. So they raised questions about the process that the National Sports Authority took through to withdraw their certification. And they say the National Sports Authority did not follow the law as it ought to do. They talk about a certain regulation which requires the National Sports Authority to give them at least 14 days before any such decision is taken, giving them room to be heard on the allegations that has been leveled against them. But they claim the National Sports Authority did not give them that room, and they even cite other regulations which even give them a window of 21 days before the National Sports Authority takes the decision. But they say they were not given any fair hearing on this matter before the decision was taken. So they go on to say that if the National Sports Authority does not withdraw its decision, they say they will go ahead to petition the sports minister on this very matter. They will even consider legal action against the National Sports Authority.
Razak Musbah with that comprehensive report on the matter of the Ghana Swimming Association and their suspension by the National Sports Authority. Still on track and field, a member of the local organizing committee for the 2026 African Athletics Senior Championships, Bafuseni, has revealed plans are far advanced to ensure Team Ghana is adequately prepared for the competition. The 24th edition of the tournament is scheduled to be held in Accra from May 12th to the 17th, 2026.
We are decoupling the association activity from the LOC. So the association will solely be on Team Ghana. We don't want to take more burden from the LOC to the association. So Team Ghana preparation will start as early as January. We are camping the local team. And those in the US, they'll also be doing their indoors. They'll finish their indoors in March. So when they come outdoor, we'll help them have the similar campaign we did for the Tokyo in the US for a month before they go for the world release in Botswana. So from Botswana, they'll come straight to Ghana and come and continue with the campaign. The Botswana competition and the Ghana competition, it gives us more advantage because they might have run already in Botswana. And not every country in Africa will have opportunity to go into Botswana.
Away from that, the Ministry of Sports and Recreation has inaugurated the local organizing committee for the 15th African Arm Wrestling Championship. The tournament is scheduled to take place in Accra from April 29 to the 3rd of May this year. The ceremony was held at the Ministry's conference room yesterday and was presided over by the Minister for Sports and Recreation, Kofi Adams.
You are to promote the championship through local media and marketing channels. You are to ensure safety and security for all participants and attendees. You are to seek adequate sponsorship for the hosting of the championship. You are to be responsible also for Team Ghana's successful participation. You are to provide regular updates to the Africa Arm Wrestling Federation and the Ministry of Sports and Recreation on preparations and event progress. And you are to ensure, this is also very, very important, that doping control procedures are followed as per relevant anti-doping regulations.
Our Sports Minister Kofi Adams speaking there to some post-AFCON 2025 stories now. Those are sounds from a parade in Dakar, where Senegal's President Bassirou Faye on Tuesday congratulated the Teranga Lions for their victory in the AFCON final against Morocco after tens of thousands of football fans crowded the streets for a celebratory homecoming. Players and coaches paraded the trophy on an open-top bus for more than 7 hours as they wound through the capital, eventually arriving at the presidential palace at dusk. Addressing the team during a ceremony on the palace grounds, President Faye said they had demonstrated exceptional fighting spirit, extraordinary resilience, and an iron will, describing the triumph as historic. Reports say each player in the squad will receive up to $135,000 and a 1,500 square meter plots of land. Technical and coaching staff also get $90,000 plus 1,000 square plots of land, while support staff also receive $35,000 and a 500 square meter plot of land for their services. Well, Senegal's win came amid controversial refereeing decisions, and Arsenal legend Thierry Henry says officiating at the AFCON doesn't match the quality of football.
The reaction of the team of Senegal wanting to leave the field was wrong. Watching the AFCON for a very long time, the referees are not at the level of the show. All all the stuff that happen in those tournaments sometimes are made because of referee mistakes. And I'm not blaming the referee, I'm blaming the people that are not training them to be at the level of the football that we're watching. It was a great tournament. It became a tiny bit more interesting from the quarterfinals. Okay? But I will always watch the African Cup of Nations. That is not what you want to see, but I personally won't stay on what I saw at the very end because the tournament was good. And the celebration of Senegal, it's nice to see Sadio Mane again.
Yeah, that's Thierry Henry, former Arsenal and Barcelona player, speaking about the African Cup of Nations. Look, later this year, Senegal will be at the FIFA World Cup, and if you want to watch them, as you will, the Black Stars of Ghana in the tournaments that will be hosted by Canada, USA and Mexico, then you need to contact Litina Travels as they help take Team Ghana to the biggest global football events on the planet in Mexico, Canada and USA. So Litina Travels has got a package that includes visa to watch Ghana's 3 group stage matches, 3 official match tickets, return charter flights, top class hotel accommodation, travel insurance and exclusive access to business networking events across all 3 host nations. Give them a call on 0244 260 789 today, or visit them at their Alisa Hotel Northridge office and make sure you do business with them. Now, let's go to Europe, where Arsenal extended their perfect Champions League run to 7 wins with a 3-1 victory over Inter Milan at the San Siro. Gabriel Jesus scored twice in the first half and Victor Gyökeres added a late goal. That win secures a top 2 finish, giving Arsenal home advantage through to the semi-finals. Well, they topped the group with 21 points, 6 ahead of Bayern Munich. Here's the Ghana's boss, Mikel Arteta.
Well, very proud, not only for tonight's game, but what we've done in the competition so far in 7 matches, and with 1 game to go to be already in the position that we want to be. Massive prize to the team because we know how difficult it is, and then tonight it was a test. Probably we didn't have the necessity in terms of the points, but we really had the hunger and the desire to come to a place like this against a top side and prove what we are and what we can do. And I'm really pleased with what I've seen.
In Spain, Kylian Mbappe scored twice and Vinicius Jr. added a stunning goal plus 2 assists as Real Madrid thrashed Monaco by 6-1 at the Santiago Bernabeu. That win moves Madrid to second in the group with 15 points, level with Bayern Munich and 6 behind leaders Arsenal, edging closer to a top 8 finish and direct round of 16 qualification. Holders PSG meanwhile slipped to a 2-1 defeat to Sporting, jeopardizing their bid to qualify directly for the last 16 after Luis Suarez struck twice, netting the winner in the final minutes. Bodo Glimt also beat Man City by 3-1 at home on Tuesday, claiming their first ever Champions League win and keeping slim knockout hopes alive. City are now 4th with 13 points. Bodo have moved to 26th on the league table. Striker Erling Braut Haaland was largely isolated as his teammates struggled to find him.
No, I don't know. I don't have the answers. Again, as I said, I take full responsibility of not being able to score the goals I should do. So it's just apologize to everyone, every single Man City supporter and every single supporter that travelled today, because in the end it's embarrassing, and in the end, I mean, both they played some incredible football, and in the end it's deserved. So honestly, I don't know what to say because I don't have the answers. What I can say is sorry.
The apology from Man City striker Erling Braut Haaland. Liverpool, meanwhile, will aim to move back into the top 8 when they play away to Marseille at 8 p.m. later tonight. Galatasaray hosts Atletico Madrid at 5:45. Kamaldeen Sulemana's Atlanta face Iñaki Williams' Athletic Club, while Chelsea are at home to Pafos. Barcelona are also on the road to Slavia Prague in Czech Republic. Now, finally, before we go though, a chauffeur who was driving Anthony Joshua when their car crashed, killing 2 of the boxer's friends, has appeared in court in Nigeria. His name is Adeniyi Kayode. He's 46 years of age and was previously charged with 4 crimes, including death by dangerous driving. Joshua's personal trainer Lateef Ayodele and strength coach Sina Gami died on December 29 after their vehicle collided with a stationary lorry near Lagos, and Joshua meanwhile was treated in hospital for his injuries and was subsequently discharged. Ending the Joy Sports Center.
Thank you very much, Achu Tamakulu, which means we can bring you the Business Minute, brought to us by Anointed Engineering Services, the generator experts.
Hello, welcome to the Joy Business Minute, brought to you by Anointed Engineering Services Limited, the generator experts.
Ghana's inflation rate is expected to remain within single digits throughout the year, according to new data from the IMF and the Bank of Ghana. Analysts say this could ease pressure on interest rates and gradually lower the cost of credit for businesses and households. The Bank of Ghana is stepping up efforts to streamline remittance operations. It has rolled out new guidelines for financial institutions and banks seeking to operate in the remittance space, as part of moves to strengthen regulation and compliance. The Chamber of Oil Marketing Companies has dismissed fears that disagreements over the fuel price floor policy could split the association. And in Europe, the European Parliament is planning to suspend approval of the US trade deal agreed in July. And that's the Joy Business Minute, brought to you by Anointed Engineering Services Limited, the generator experts.
Welcome back, and thank you very much for staying with us here on the Super Morning Show on Joy 99.7 FM. And Anointed Engineering Services Limited is into the sale of ultra-silent, fuel-efficient diesel generating sets with sizes ranging from 5 kVA to 3,000 kVA at competitive prices. And every generator you acquire, you will enjoy a 5-year warranty. We also undertake maintenance and repairs of all kinds of diesel generating sets. Your services include a 24-hour emergency service, sale of genuine spare parts, reliable rental services, professional advice, and sale of tower lights and rentals. Locate their East Legon branch at 26 Boundary Road, Legon, close to AH Hotel. Head office number 77 and Anointed House on the main Odoko Malam Highway near the Odoko traffic light. They also have 21 branches nationwide. They're into skill training. And they have a training school that trains students in generators, plants, auto mechanics, electricals, and controls, as well as solar installations, offering 80% hands-on training and 20% theory. Call them on 0243 480 334 or 0246 423534. Anointed, the generator expert. And let's get interactive this morning here on the Super Morning Show. Social media messages brought to us by EcoBank, the Pan-African Bank. So EcoBank wants you to know that bills shouldn't scare you because you can enjoy free cash from the EcoBank 5-star enjoyment promo. Simply deposit in multiples of 400 Ghana cedis or take a loan in multiples of 4,000 to build points and enter a draw for a chance to win your share of the 1.5 million in cash and prizes, including 1-year insurance cover, gift vouchers, and multiples of 10,000 Ghana cedis. There's more customers who transact with their EcoBank card or use the digital platforms. Enjoy up to 15% discount on rides, experiences, events, and more. So don't miss out. Tap into the vibes and be one of the 10,000 lucky winners in the EcoBank 5-star enjoyment promo. Deposit more, enjoy more. Promo runs from now to the 31st of January 2026. T's and C's apply and is supervised by NLA on the Carters Lottery platform. But note, EcoBank will never ask for your PIN or password. When in doubt, call 0800 00 3225 for assistance. EcoBank, the Pan-African Bank.
Kofi, so we are ready for the walk.
Oh, yeah, I was ready long ago.
Yeah, we are ready for the walk. But a quick one. You know, our friend Joseph Ampofo at Enterprise, Tula, he said he would really have wished to come, but on the same day he's burying his younger brother.
Oh.
So he cannot make it. His younger brother is Accra Fredia Ampofo. And so they have the funeral on Saturday, January 31st, 2026.
That's understandable.
Yes, so he will miss this one.
But he can join me on Saturday. The walk before the walk.
No. He may be preparing for the funeral.
He can if he's available.
Yes. So we'll leave Tula out, but the rest are coming.
Okay.
From the walk, we'll go for the funeral. Yes. And the funeral will be in the United States. So we can't go. We can't fly. But Joe will go. But we'll support him in spirit here. And so, Joe, to you and the family, our condolences to you. But 31st, we'll be working here at Legon.
Sharp. This one is a belated happy birthday. So yesterday was your birthday, Reverend Albert Okotibotri of Dansuman. This is from your family. Enjoy your new level. Okay, I like that one. I like that one. Anyway, big stories this morning, beg your pardon, brought to us by Telecel Connecting Energies, Lancaster University, Ghana, the only British university campus in West Africa, and Republic Bank, we're the one for you. Our focus is on you, how you can ensure that you remain healthy in 2026.
Yes, and there's good news from Telecel for you. They've got something special for you. Today being a Wednesday, if you buy your first data bundle on the Telecel app, we are giving you 25% extra bonus data, absolutely free. That's more browsing, more streaming, more chatting, and all the things you love without spending extra. So don't miss out. Download or open the Telecel app this Wednesday, buy your data bundle, and get your 25% bonus on your first purchase. Telecel, keeping you connected and giving you more value every day. Telecel Connecting Energies. Charlie, let me say good morning to Dre, Mr. Lasisi Tayo of Telecel, and to Karen, and to Engineer Patricia Obonai.
Oh, okay. I thought that was my friend Dre. I have a friend we call Dre.
Yes. And you know, if you start talking about the Dre's, there is also Andrew Aka Dre. Yeah. Charlie, 31st we are working.
On 31st we are working. You see,
we have to work.
No, it's good to work. And so
Engineer Obonai should come with all the energy that Telecel is connecting us to.
I am going to start the preparation from today. Because on Saturday, David Max Fuga will come and taste defeat, and then I'll be preparing for all of you. I'll join you. Hey, let me see you. 31st NPP Congress.
We'll walk before the Congress.
We'll walk before the Congress.
Yes.
Kenanza understands. But you know, research has shown that lack of rest makes people makes 60% more reactive to negative emotions the following day, heightening irritability and stress levels. The truth is, adequate rest is about more than just how long you sleep. It's about what you sleep on. So not every new mattress guarantees good rest. What matters is choosing the right one for your age, sleeping posture, and body type. And that's why Latest Foam, the 6-time Best Buy Award winner for Best Value for Money and winner of Super Brand Ghana's Choice Award, brings you 56 years of knowing what's best for you and your back. From pocketed spring mattresses to orthopedic and high-density foam mattresses, there's a Latest Foam that's just right for you. So shop now on our new interactive website at latestfoamghana.com or visit Latest Foam showrooms nationwide to speak to a comfort expert. Latest Foam, your partner for life.
And some see challenges, we see opportunities. Where others spot risk, we unlock value. As Stanbic Corporate and Investment Banking, we partner with businesses driving Ghana and Africa's growth. From energy to mining, infrastructure to trade, we finance the ideas and enterprises that empower economies. Our partnerships with market leaders in the energy, trade and mining sectors prove that when ambition meets expertise, growth is inevitable. So call Stanbic Investment Banking on 0302 815 789 to speak to our CIB team, or visit stanbicbank.com.gh to get started. Stanbic Corporate and Investment Banking, driving growth, creating sustainable impact. Abi, Mr. Marco Afajuno and the team are coming.
Oh, they are coming.
And yes, they can come with their tennis rackets as well. Say Marco plays tennis.
Yeah.
He's a tennis something president, or he's one of the association, the sports association something.
Yes, I know, but it's not tennis. It's not tennis. It just escaped me. Yes, but he's one of the association presidents.
Yes,
table tennis. Table tennis.
He should come. He should come and let's walk. Mr. Aswani too, he's a fit man.
Well, today is the birthday of Leslie Oku, lawyer Leslie Oku.
Yes.
So happy birthday to you.
And lawyer, I put it to you that you have to come and walk and extend your life.
Oh, he walks.
Yes.
When it comes to walking, Leslie Oku, Kwame D, he does it very well. So he has to join us. Now, stay with us. When we return after these messages here on the Super Morning Show, we'll be talking about, so if you experienced any of the buses that the Ministry of Transport put on the routes, would love to hear from you here on the Super Morning Show. Did it in any way solve the challenges that you're going through? And so what we know is that they put these buses on the Accra Kaswa route, Kaneshi Kaswa, Kaneshi Amasaman, Circle Amasaman, Circle Nungwa, Opebi Adenta, Shanshi Adenta, Okpongulu La Paz, and Shanshi to Circle. Okay, we want to know if you join any of them, did it in any way reduce?
Did you mention Madina to Dodoa?
No.
Did you mention Shashi or
Shanshi to Adenta?
But how about the Dawina side?
I do not see any of those.
There's no Dawina in the list.
No. Dowenya.
In some people too. There's Amasaman now.
Amasaman.
So you get to Amasaman and then you can continue. The government is doing short. They take you to Amasaman and you continue.
The government is doing Accra to Kaswa. Straight.
That's straight.
Then Kaneshi to Kaswa. Straight. Then Kaneshi to Amasaman. Straight.
But in some
Circle to Amasaman.
Straight. Okay.
Circle to Nungwa. Straight. Opebia 37 Opebia to Adenta. Straight.
How about Amrahia, Oibi, Dodoa?
You're on your own.
I'm just
Stay with us. Stay with us. We'll be right back after these. No, but I mean, but these are valid points.
Yes, the population in Amrahia, Oibi, Dodoa, it's not just the fact that I live there, but you can look at the population there, the demographics, population density, and all those things of those areas, and the fact that there are a lot of people. We leave home at dawn. By 4:30 we are out, and usually me by 4:30 when I get to the main Katamanso junction where the girl is, you see a lot of people there looking for vehicles. AM. This is not 4:30 PM, 4:30 AM. And in the evening when I'm going home, you see a lot of people looking for vehicles to that part of town. And Dodoa is now part of Accra. Sasabi, all those places, they've all joined Accra. So how about those places? And then those of us who sometimes go to Afenya to, when are we getting buses from, say, Accra Mall to Afenya?
Okay, let me say good morning to Felix Gomashi, who says he's also going to come for the walk.
Yes.
On the 31st, Felix. But in the meantime, on 24th, if you want to come, we can still walk from Independence Square straight to the Great Hall, University of Ghana.
Yes. The price is a ram.
Oh, yeah. Whatever happens, we enjoy the ram. Because one of us will win. If I don't win, David Maxfuga will win.
In fact, I need to change the rules. You need to be able to cover that distance in, say, 1 hour.
No, you
to get the ram. I just saw somebody who will definitely win the ram.
You cannot change the rules. The rules have been set already. We are not changing the rules. We are going to enjoy the ram. Or if you are going to do Lala Sulala with a ram, I will get Jamrock to start grilling pork for us.
I'm a Joseph. When Joseph's promise, they deliver.
Or you bring
so
Joseph.
You get a ram. Joseph too is not bad. Joseph light soup with Gary
Ba
or Pepe.
You see, with Joseph, you must actually enjoy it with sauce.
Okay.
Made with palm oil. Zomi.
Yeah.
You understand?
And Gary.
Without
any heavy metals.
No. So you can actually use the when you steam the Joseph, what is left of it could be used to prepare the Gary, like, do it like Pinot. You understand?
At this juncture, someone may ask, what is Joseph?
Oh, Joseph is Joseph. Those who know. Those who know. For some things, is meant for a certain group of people. So those who know Joseph know. Let me say good morning to my very good friend who loves Joseph, Emmanuel Danku. Kiwas, they call him.
Do you know I feel endangered right now?
Because?
I'm a Joseph.
Oh no, but you're not endangered. No one is going to attack you. At least not here. Folks, stay with us. We'll be right back.
And it's all to put smiles on the faces of those you love.
Daddy, thanks for the tea cash, okay? I love you.
That's my daughter Angela.
Meba Kojo, I sure why? Tea cash naba. No papa ina dawasi.
Caring for my parents, that's my duty. I also get to pay my utility bills easily with Telecel Cash. And to the suppliers at my shop.
Hello, sir. Telecel Cash payment received right on time. Thank you.
I get to make them smile because I can pay to my suppliers' merchant numbers, even on other networks directly. My dear ones.
We keep the connection stronger when our family, friends, and business relations are happy. Live on cash. Enjoy convenience and make those who matter smile when you send them money with Telecel Cash.
Telecel, connecting energies.
Make a choice. Go for it. You need support to achieve. A new verse awaits you. The Republic Verse, where you're treated as uniquely as you are. Succeed, thrive, outshine yourself. This is our verse, the Republic Verse. Join the Republic Verse and big up. Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
Welcome to Wednesday. Most of the football in action today is in the Champions League. Usual of the segment, I've got a new booking code for you to place your bet on Betway. That is BW33EA0B80. Competing in their fourth different tournament in the space of 4 games, Chelsea host Pafos FC in a Champions League group phase clash. I predict a win for Chelsea. Juventus welcome Benfica to Allianz Stadium, aiming to secure a third Champions League victory in a row for the first time since the 2021-22 season. My prediction, over 1.5 goals. With both harboring hopes of automatic qualification to the Champions League's last 16, Marseille host Liverpool this evening. I predict a win or draw for Liverpool. There are further matches in the Champions League and Europa League captured in our slip with a booking code BW33EA0B80. Get more rewards with Betway. Log on to betway.com.gh to place your bet. Regulated by the Gaming Commission of Ghana. Bet responsibly. No under 18. Betway. Get way more.
At 18, Mr. Mensah got his first student mattress. It was hard and unyielding, just what he thought he needed. At 46, he chose a mattress that was too soft and did not provide him adequate support. Now at 66, when you hear Mr. Mensah coming, he groans and croaks. Now he needs a chiropractor. The choices you make catch up with you. Talk to a comfort expert at Latex Foam to help you choose from pocketed spring mattresses to orthopedic and high-density foam mattresses tailored for your age, posture, and body type. And now, Latex Foam is even more. From home to office furniture that has your back, Latex Foam has a range of durable products that give you total comfort for a healthier life. View our full product range on our new interactive website at latexfoamghana.com or visit Latex Foam showrooms nationwide to speak to a comfort expert. Latex Foam, your partner for life.
The Kakamotobi come out in the festive season and they are as scary as our bills. But we don't want to miss out on parties, family and festivals. Whether you say Akwaba, Maraba, Wezo or Obake, EcoBank says tap into 5s in the 5-star enjoyment promo. Be one of 10,000 lucky winners when you deposit multiples of 400 Ghana cedis or take a loan in multiples of 4,000 Ghana cedis to win up to 1.5 million Ghana cedis in cash and prizes. 1-year insurance cover, gift vouchers and more. That's not all. Use your EcoBank card, mobile app, USSD or POS to transact and enjoy up to 15% discount. Tap into vibes with EcoBank. T's and C's apply. Bill shouldn't scare you.
EcoBank, the Pan-African Bank.
EcoBank will never call or text asking you to verify sensitive information like your PIN, Ghana card or bank card information. Pay better attention to details.
Honey, Easter in Dubai will not be bad, crowd. What do you think?
Hey, Dubai pa! But how?
The Activa Sida promo.
Hey!
Activa Insurance is thanking its customers and welcoming new ones. Just buy or renew any Activa Insurance policy and enter into a draw where you can win a fully paid trip to Dubai. Flight, hotel and tours all covered. And if not Dubai, you can still win TVs, fridges, washing machines and many more.
Really?
Yes. Buy your home, motor, fire, travel, personal accident insurance or any Active Lady solution.
Amazing!
Walk into any Activa Insurance branch or agency nationwide or dial *713*313# now. Asida promo is partnered by Travel Planners Ghana, your travel experts, and Malcolm. Promo ends 5th March 2026. T's and C's apply. Activa Insurance. Our clients, our passion. This promo is regulated by the NLA on the Caritas Lottery platform.
Do you want to remain productive and competitive in your business? Then I am happy to remind you that Anointed Engineering Services Limited is still here to serve. We provide homes, offices, and institutions with ultra-silent, reliable, and fuel-efficient diesel generating sets with sizes ranging from 5 kVA to 3000 kVA at unbeatable prices. You also enjoy a 5-year warranty. Anointed Engineering is noted for unwavering 24-hour after-sale emergency service, rental and sale of tile lights and genuine spare parts, undertake repair and maintenance of all diesel generators and buy back used generators. Sign up today at our training school and gain hands-on experience from our team of professionals on generators, plants, auto mechanics, electricals, controls, and solar installations. Anointed Engineering has 21 branches nationwide. Locate us at East Legon, 26 Boundary Road, close to the AH Hotel. Call us on 02 024-642-3534 or 024-348-0334. Locate our head office in Accra at number 77 Anointed House on the main Odoko Malam Highway near the Odoko traffic light. Anointed Engineering Services Limited, the generator experts.
Hey, is it my TV or my eyes? Why? If you say everything clear past my future.
Charlie, it's not your eyes, it's the TCL C6K QD Mini LED TV.
With QD Mini LED technology, you get deep blacks, bright highlights, and colors so real. See, even the referee's board head, they shine.
Movies, football, gaming, every detail sharp like a new razor blade.
If your old TV they show blare blare, Charlie, it's time to upgrade.
Visit any Electroland Ghana shop for yours and enter the ongoing Achedia promo.
TCL C6K QD Mini LED TV.
TCL, inspire greatness.
I used to stress about where to receive my Abro car and always used to doubt whether my friend has really sent it.
So I asked a friend of mine and he said his wife used to have similar challenges until she decided to receive money transfers from CBG.
Well, I can relate because now I receive my money from CBG. It's so simple, fast and secure with no delays and no hidden fees. And I must say, life is now feeling good.
Stay connected to your loved ones no matter where they are. With Consolidated Bank Ghana's money transfer services, you can receive money quickly and securely from abroad, whether through MoneyGram, Western Union, PayAngel, TransFast, UnityLink, Ria, EaseRemit, Funes, TapTap Send, and TerraPay. Cash out your way any day with Consolidated Bank Ghana. Welcome to the good life. CBG, we stand with you.
We stand with
Rosebank International University College is a proud brand of the Advitech Group, Africa's largest private education provider. With 146 schools across 5 African countries, we are fully accredited by the South African Qualifications Authority, the British Accreditation Council, the Ghana Tertiary Education Commission, City and Guilds UK, and Capsicum Culinary Studio. We offer a Doctor of Business Administration, DBA, MBA, MSc, and MPhil in Digital Marketing, Bachelor of Supply Chain Management, targeting professionals in freight forwarding, customs, etc. At Rosebank, we offer programs in commerce, hospitality, ICT, and culinary arts available at diploma, undergraduate, and postgraduate levels, all carefully designed to equip you with the skills and qualifications needed for a successful global career. Admissions are now open for January 2026. Visit our modern campus at Airport Commercial, Opebia House, Accra, or apply online at www.riuc.edu.gh or call us now on 0307 007 800.
First Sky Group, a wholly owned Ghanaian company made up of First Sky Construction, First Sky Bitumen Processing, First Sky Commodities, Volta Serene Hotel, Western Serene Atlantic Hotel, Serene Insurance, First Sky Energies, and Federal Rural Bank warmly welcomes you to its 23rd Thanksgiving service on the theme Proclaiming the Mighty Deeds of the Lord, Psalm 71:15-16. The Thanksgiving service in 2 parts will be hosted by the founder and executive chairman, Mr. Eric Sadi Kotoche. The first part begins on Friday, January 23rd, 2026, and all night from 10 p.m. to 5 a.m. at the Trinity Temple Assemblies of God Church, TTAG, Community 10, Tema. Ministering in word, Reverend Mark Sisse, Assistant General Superintendent, Assemblies of God, Sierra Leone. Reverend Aaron Fant, Senior Pastor, Wind and Fire Sanctuary, Assemblies of God, Temale, Ghana. Reverend Sujit Alex, Thames North Area Leader, Assemblies of God, UK. The second part continues on January 25th, 2026. There will be a Thanksgiving service at the main auditorium of the Accra International Conference Center. The time is 10 a.m. Guest speaker, Reverend Dominic Yo, Global Chairman, World Assemblies of God and General Superintendent, Assemblies of God, Singapore. Chairman for the occasion, Apostle General Sam Kwanche Ankara, General Overseer, Royal House Chapel International. International. Special guest of honor, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, President of the Republic of Ghana. Also in attendance will be His Eminence Archbishop Nicholas Duncan Williams, General Overseer, Action Chapel International, Reverend Stephen Yemsum Wingam, General Superintendent, Assemblies of God, Ghana, and the Vice Chairman, Africa Assemblies of God, Reverend Professor Paul Frimpong-Mansong, Immediate Past General Superintendent, Assemblies of God, Ghana, Most Reverend Professor Johnson Kwabena Asamoah Jedu, the Presiding Bishop, the Methodist Church, Ghana, Reverend Steve Mensah, General Overseer, Charismatic Evangelistic Ministry, Most Reverend Dr. Paul Buafo, Past Presiding Bishop, Methodist Church, Ghana, Apostle Professor Kojo Opoku Onina, Past Chairman, Church of Pentecost, Reverend Dr. Lawrence Tete, an international evangelist, Reverend Dr. Silvanus Amegashiti Elom, Group Corporate Chaplain, First Sky Group, and other senior clergy. Ministering in music will be Minister Kofi Owusu Prepra. For more details, please contact 020-854-3441 or 0248-940-021.
Coffee in your cup and joy on the set. The Super Morning Show is always the best bet on Joy 99.7 FM.
So live here on the Super Morning Show on Joy 99.7 FM. And lots of you actually want to join the walk before the walk. We're saying, let's meet on the 31st of January, okay? Kojo, what are people saying?
Charlie, people are asking questions and saying things. So somebody wants to know whether the price I am putting on the walk before the walk is RUM or RAM.
Okay. RUM is RAM. RAM, RAM.
Okay.
This one is getting me into my phonetics class. So,
but now RAM.
RUM.
Yes.
It's a kind of liquor.
Yes.
And that's not what we're talking about.
Yes. I remember visiting a retired Rear Admiral of the Ghana Armed Forces who had toured almost the whole world. And he brought a good bottle of RUM. Very aged one. Charlie.
So, what we're talking about is the adult male sheep.
White adult male sheep for the walk before the walk.
Thank you.
Yes.
So, bro, if you're interested, you can join. Indicate your willingness to participate.
Yes. The winner gets the ram.
Yeah.
if you choose to share we can have it.
No, whatever happens,
yes,
we will
share. So for the people coming for the walk before the walk, you will get a ram to eat.
Yeah, we'll eat the ram. That's the end of the story. So whatever happens,
yes,
we shall eat the ram.
Have you greeted Kwame So Jr. this year?
I think I have.
Kwame So.
We're just chatting this morning. He sent me a message this morning.
Yes, Kwame So. Join the walk before the walk, Wati. Let me say good morning to my dear friend Mami Sewa Bonzi, Deputy Boss MD.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, Mami Sewa.
Is she joining?
She has to join. I'll call her after the show. In fact, I know she's listening. Mami Sewa, you need to join the walk before the walk. You know, you need to join the walk before the walk.
Yes, Mami Sewa, you've been invited. You know, our friend Kosi Dagbe at iGarage.
Yes.
Who says I will come for the walk after that item 13. The Joseph idea is perfect. And talking about the Joseph idea, Dr. Erica Osai sends me this one. Says,
Dr. who?
Erica Osai.
Yes, she sent you a message.
Winston.
About Joseph.
You are no longer a friend. He didn't know you are a Joseph eater. You're mean. They are lovely companions.
Joseph. But what is a Joseph? You still won't explain. We know pork is Prince Charles.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
And the other one is
Brad Charles. Pork is Brad Charles.
And so what is Joseph?
But everybody knows. Those who know Joseph.
So those who know.
Yes.
So
it's for those who know.
It's a niche delicacy.
Yes, the conversation is for those who know.
Okay.
Because you see, when I was in Homali Estate, there was a man living at the taxi rank. His pets were goats.
Okay.
Yes.
And his meat, Joseph.
No, the man actually, we were shocked that every day the man opens his door from his house, his room, you find goats coming out.
Okay.
But those were his pets.
Okay.
So I know there are those whose pets is a Joseph.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, it's a very delicious meat too.
Charlie, talking about pets and meats, Sunday started.
Yes.
A long time ago, I was preparing jollof with rabbits. This girl says, no. Me, I'm in Sunday. I said, no. Rabbits must be kept as pets, not for meat.
Rabbit stew is nice.
Very nice, especially rabbit jollof.
I haven't tried the rabbit jollof, but now that you've talked about it, I think I need to try it.
Rabbit jolloff's only companion in the hierarchy of delicacies is Kobe jollof.
You're on your own now. Now you're on your own. Now you're on your own. Oh, but rabbit is nice.
Really, and it's lean meat.
Oh yeah. Rabbit is very nice. When it's grilled, spiced properly. Oh my goodness.
And if you farm rabbits, one female rabbit and one male rabbit can give you as much meat as one full cow in a year. Yeah, they reproduce very fast. So if you farm them well, the volume or the quantity of meat you get from one male and a female rabbit, let's say you start breeding the beginning of the year, could be as much as the meat produced by a full cow in a year.
That's good. I mean, no problem. So it's a ram. So that's sheep. Okay. Don't think of anything bad. So join us if you want to. Indicate your willingness to join, and we'll share
this Saturday. 6 a.m. We'll begin walking from Independence Square to Legon. It is the walk before the walk to show you that, Charlie, we are really serious.
I will be there.
And Winston and Chief Max
is going to lose.
In fact, the presidential aspirants of the MPP, Saturday 31st, they should join us for the walk to show that they are really committed to peace. I mean, they are signing the peace pact tomorrow.
Yeah.
And post the peace pact 31st, they should join us before the walk. When they finish, they go home and wait for the results of their elections. And I've not seen the chief of staff this year. I've not really seen. I know the Kojo Business Summit is coming, but before the Kojo Business Summit, the chief of staff should join us for the walk. Because last year we worked with him. He actually encouraged a lot of us to walk.
Make your point. What do you want to say?
I want the chief. I'm inviting the chief of staff to come for the walk. Yes.
You want the Honorable Julius
the Honorable Julius Zebra. Yes,
to join the walk.
He should join the walk on the 31st.
Oh, he will. I'm sure he will join
on the walk.
I'm sure he would join the walk.
Yes. Including my very good sister Shamima.
She'll join. I mean,
come and stretch your legs, and exercise your body on the 31st. Anyway, this message from Mark Cosby says, I don't know what the problem is. He's talking about traffic in Accra. He says, but the traffic from Taifa roundabout to Achimota is just unbearable. The indiscipline on our streets is one major cause of road traffic here in our country. Can't the MTTD units storm our streets to fine drivers heavily? And also the assemblies, can't they remove structures placed on our streets that's also add to the traffic, especially portions that the people have turned into markets? Dabenda. So my Cosby's problem this morning is about traffic. This one says, Kojo, I know somebody who can make delicious balango with a ram. This is from Tani. Do you know what balango is?
I do.
What is it?
What you call suya.
Suya. Oh, okay.
That's balango. That's the other name for it. Now, Jeff says, don't you think combining rum over ice with ram on the grill would be a nice idea?
He is articulating a major motive.
And I say, Jeff, you're on your own.
Oh.
He's on his own.
But this one.
You're on your own.
This message says, good morning, Winston. Please give clear details about the walk, the start point, the start time, the distance, the finish point, the contact person. Thank you. And he means the walk on the 31st.
On the 31st. Okay.
Yes, he wants clear details about the walk on the 31st, the start times, the start point, start time, distance, the finish point, and the contact person. So, Winston,
let me share that information with you right now, since you're asking for the walk on the 31st. It starts at 6 a.m. At the University of Ghana Stadium. Okay? So, from 6 a.m., we would be walking through East Legon and then come back to the stadium where we'll turn up the energy with non-stop aerobics, music, games, and the unbeatable Joy FM atmosphere.
Yeah. So, wisdom from Bema Camp, 31st, we start walking from the University of Ghana Stadium at 6 a.m.
6 a.m., yes.
We walk through East Legon, come back to Legon, walk through Legon, finish at the University of Ghana Sports Stadium, and you can just come. You don't need to register for this. Come with the whole family, come with the kids, come with everyone. Let's work together and come, let's network as well. Now, more messages. This message says, and it's in reaction to the New City conversation. He says, we are just refusing to do the right things. We can build a new city. When you allow people to hawk on the streets and pavement, you'll be faced with the same problem. Let's clear the streets and pavements of hawkers, and that will ease the vehicular congestion and by extension deal with the abundant filth all over our streets. If we keep treating these people like it's been done over the years, we'll be going around in circles. These days, bus stops, major junctions have all been turned into taxi ranks and markets. And one can't even identify a junction to easily navigate a curve because of containers mounted on the junctions. And it's blocking the view of drivers. Are we serious as a people? Check Graphic Road, Beyeman Road, where the former regional minister cleared the scrap dealers. They are back and no one is bothered. This is a concerned resident. Now, last week we spoke a lot about roads within the country. This morning I can confirm that the contractor on the Santasi roundabout, Bekwai roundabout road in Kumasi has moved machines to site. We've also seen a lot of activity on the Boateng road. So we've not forgotten the roads. We are driving on the roads and checking on the roads to see how things move. In fact, on the Adenta Dodoa road, if you get to Amrahia right now, the Goyle filling station area, the main junction, work has also started in expanding that side of the road. So our attention is still on the roads and we'll keep pushing them. This message says, please wish my husband Leslie Na a happy blessed birthday. We love and appreciate you, Leslie. The Lord bless you and keep you. Love always from the kids and from your babe, from your wife. Happy birthday to you, Leslie.
Kojo.
Yes, sir.
This one from Benjamin and Kuma Pia, all the way from Mpoho.
Yeah.
Says, rabbit jollof pa. I haven't heard it before.
I actually won a cooking competition preparing rabbit jollof.
Oh, you won a cooking competition?
Yes, preparing rabbit jollof. And I remember that our very honorable Minister of Tourism, our own Auntie Jifa that we love so much, a very experienced cook, was a judge. and Antibelahu of Traffic's restaurant was also a judge.
I didn't want to disgrace you.
No. I mean, rabbit jollof, it'll go on.
Well, I haven't had that before, but I'll try.
Try Kobe jollof too.
Mm-hmm. I've told you that one day you're on your own.
Now, this message from Kwesi Frimpong says that it's happening live in Khaled at Puano, one of the big towns in Amansia East District. The town chief and some of his elders, he believes, are compromised, and the district commander at Bekwa is aware, the MC is aware, and possibly the MP. That's what he's saying. And he says the Chinese Galamsey owners are having a free day, and they are causing monumental havoc to the predominantly farming community. It just started, so we can act to halt it. And he's asking us to tell Erastus to move to Puano in the Amansia East District to help prevent their village from collapse. So, Kwesi Primpon, thank you for this message. We will relay to Erastus, and then we will come to Puano to help you. Now, this message says it's from Kwesi Adamrobe. He says, "Good morning, Kojo and Winston. Please tell the minister Madina to Dodowatu, we need some of the buses." Now, if you've been able to use any of the buses, share your experience. Does it move faster? Is it cheaper? Is it more comfortable? What can we do to improve the new measures that the Ministry of Transport has put in place to ensure convenience within our city? Just share with us 055-1111-997. Good morning to you, Winston, and to listeners. Make room for more members to join the walk just because of the RAM mentioned. I am ready for it. This is major inside Adenta. But the thing is, if you join the walk before the walk, you also have to come for the actual walk. So Major, if you want to join the competition on Saturday, Winston and Chief Max and the others, you said lawyer Leslie Oku is joining?
I'm sure.
Yes. Join us Saturday morning. We will walk 6 a.m. We start walking from the Independence Square to the Legon Sports, Legon Great Hall. Yes, yeah. Wrap up the walk there.
Charlie, by the time you start walking to Legon Great Hall, it's not easy.
Oh, yeah, they can't be doing with your mom to talk for me. Best salmo. You who cry. Best
No, we walk.
Now, this message says, "Good morning, Churchill. Please play Down Presser Man for me by Peter Tosh and tell former finance minister that he should come and face accountability to pave way for a future victory of the NPP." Now, we have a lot of your messages, and I'm going to read all of them. This one is on Ken. Says, "Good morning, Winston. Ken should come home, and we will welcome him. And we'll welcome him with the song Samoko Ukromo Nawobiku. And we know he will come and defend himself." So this is a message as well. Meshak Asante at Amasaman says, "I can't wait to see who the NPP will elect as flag bearer come 31st January. And in fact, I think whoever emerges a winner will suffer in 2028 because of the record of the NPP. There is no doubt that Kene Japan is the best among all the 5 candidates, followed by Dr. Yaose Duchum, but they will end up getting the least votes after the elections. And this is Meshak in Amasaman. It says, "Condolences to the family of Yao Sapong." Okay. Thank you, Meshak, for your message. This message says, "Good morning, Winston and Kojo. Please, are you able to get the company that marked the Flower Pot New Roads, Sprintex Road, to come back as the crossing, etc., have already faded? Some drivers are impatient with me this morning for stopping at the crossing by the Bank of Ghana. I didn't blame them because there were no markings, and some signposts have already been cut off by the scrap dealers." This is Nanekria on the Sprintex Road. So she wants the company that built the Sprintex Road area to come back. You know, yesterday I noticed that the expansion joint on the overpass was being repaired. It was something I wanted to highlight last week, but I forgot. But I think somebody drew the attention to it. The expansion joint on the overpass from the Mahama roundabout to East Legon, the edges had eroded. But yesterday I realized that there were people fixing the expansion joint. And so that's kudos to whoever saw this problem and prompted the contractors to go and fix. It's a new road, and we need to really pay attention to it and not leave it to be damaged. So Nanekia says that they need to go back to site to do the markings, remark the roads, because all the pedestrian crossing marks have faded. This message says, "Hello team, good morning. Please celebrate these individuals for me. Happy birthday to Berima Oteng Jan of MTN Freight from Edwin Obeng Jr. The Lord bless you. Happy birthday to Amoah Samuel Louise of Crystal High School from your parents, Mr. and Mrs. Asamoah, and your brother and your sisters." So those are some messages on birthdays. Now, Anagbo, aka Mr. Kojo Amfo, is wishing his son a happy birthday. So to Kofi Aseda of Christian High Preparatory School from your father, Kojo upon Amfo, and from your mother as well. And Anagbo is joining the walk. Anagbo has a very well-formed stomach infrastructure which needs help with walking. So Anagbo, I'm inviting you 31st. Come with all your boys, okay? Come and let's walk. Anagbo is a great guy, and we're looking forward to you and your team joining us on the walk. Winston.
Exactly. I mean, as for the walk, we're all going. It's a good way of starting 2026, okay? So just make sure that you join us on the 31st at the University of Ghana Stadium. 6 a.m. be there, so it means you'd have to be there before 6 a.m. because we're starting at 6 a.m. We'll walk through East Legon and then come back to the University of Ghana Sports Stadium for some aerobics, Charlie, with great music. You know, once we get there like that, Charlie, the fun. I know some people will set up, so those of you who love your kinky and everything, after you've burned some calories, you can come and grab something to eat. You
asked the question earlier that if people, if we were Ken Ofori-Atta, what would we do? We have a lot of answers for that.
Okay.
This one says, I'll come home and defend my name and put a stop to the disgrace my family is going through. This message says, I'll just come back and enjoy, clear myself and enjoy my business. These messages are from X. Now, Yisa Gaja says, I would have returned home and dealt with all the issues. If there is anything to return to the state, I'll do that, even if interest, and have my peace of mind. Emmanuel Akapo says, I'll come home after all. Ghana is my home, and we'll use the justice. We go use justice, play politics, then the matter will die simple. Solomon Y says, I would honorably come back home peacefully to prove my innocence and regain my credibility. Patrick Apraku says, with the money he acquired while serving as finance minister, he can easily come and defend himself, and he should come home to pay and be free. The legal system is porous. This is according to Patrick Apraku, to the extent that having a he says Ghana in Ghana cases don't last, and the case will die a natural death soon. So that's what Patrick is saying. And Living Culture says, I don't want to be in these shoes because my freedom is everything. So those are some of the messages related to your question about Ken Ofori-Atta.
Now, someone said we should play Down Presser Man by Peter Tosh.
Yeah.
For him. Okay, so let's enjoy this one, and after that we can get into a conversation about our health.
Yes.
In 2026.
There's also the new city thing. Before you play the song, Winston. So the president said we're going to build a new city, right?
Mm-hmm.
To permanently face the congestion issues in the Greater Accra region. Now, as of now, the promise remains largely the announcement.
Mm-hmm.
So the vision has been clearly articulated. He has committed to feasibility studies. He has announced a governance structure. Okay. In some of his speeches, he said that he's going to set up an interministerial committee. In fact, in October 2025, he said an interministerial committee will be inaugurated. He also said in November that feasibility studies were set to commence by end of the year 2025. My questions really, when do we have the interministerial committee in place already, and are they working? If we don't have them, when are we going to inaugurate them? If they are working, where have they gotten to, and when are we going to get an update on the new city project? I'm asking these because it's a capital intensive project. He said it's going to take about 20 years. Let's see the roadmap. Let's get the buy-in of all Ghanaians and see whether we are really going to do this. And in fact, is the Bondasi area the best place we can build a new city, considering all the challenges we have in the larger Greater Accra area? Now, I also checked the budget. I've not seen any budget allocation to it. You know these things better when it comes to the budget. Have you seen any specific budget allocation to the planned new city that the president mentioned as part of his campaign?
I haven't. I need to check again.
Yeah. And we've not seen any sword cutting.
No.
We've not seen anything. And it's been over a year since the president became president. So I believe that we are dealing with congestion, but a promise made is a debt unpaid. And the president and the government owes the people of Ghana this debt. And it starts with explaining where we are with delivering this promise.
Now, Leonard Manson says, I never knew or realized he has dark clothes. That's in relation to Ken Ofori-Atta. So he never knew. Okay, so you've always seen him in white. Anyway, there's one by Peter Tosh because one of you requested this.
Press a man, where you gonna run to? Down, press a man, where you gonna run to? Down, press a man, where you gonna run to? All along that day. You gonna run to the sea, but the sea will be boiling when you run to the sea. The sea will be boiling when you run to the sea. The sea will be boiling all along that day. You're gonna run to the rocks. The rocks will be melting when you run to the rocks. The poor rocks will be melting when you run to the rocks. The rocks will be melting, I said, all along that day. So I said, down, press a man, where you gonna run to? I said, down, press a man, where you gonna run to? I said, down, press a man, where you gonna run to? All along that day. You drink a big champagne and laugh.
Coffee in your cup.
You drink a big champagne and laugh. You drink a big champagne and laugh. All along that day. I wouldn't like to be a flea under your collar, man. I wouldn't like to be a flea under your collar, man. I wouldn't like to be a flea.
New year, new goals, new beginnings. Admissions are now open for our January intake at Lancaster University, Ghana. Experience world-class learning, vibrant campus life, and a global community, all in Ghana. For more information, contact us at +233 030 211 8989 or send an email to admissions@lancaster.edu.gh. Start your journey with Lancaster University, Ghana. Apply today and shape the future you've been dreaming of.
FPAC is effective for headaches and relieves the symptoms of flu, colds, and catarrh. FPAC blows away the pain associated with sore throats. During and after a hard day's work, FPAC relieves you of body pains. After the day's sports workout, FPAC helps the body to control the aching muscles. FPAC is effective against feverishness. FPAC reduces body temperature associated with malaria and other fevers. FPAC is effective against rheumatic pains. You can find FPAC in all pharmacy and chemical select shops throughout the country. FPAC is not recommended for children less than 16 years of age, ulcer and asthmatic patients, pregnant and lactating mothers. If symptoms persist for more than 2 days, consult your doctor. FPAC, blows your pain away.
FPAC Junior follows in the tradition of FPAC tablets, a trusted friend to relieve your child of pain associated with teething, catarrh, cold and fever. The good that FPAC does for you, FPAC Junior does for your child. FPAC Junior is for children between 6 months and 12 years. FPAC Junior blows your child's pain away.
From Accra to Paris and now to London, Amoah presents Women of Valor London 2026 under the theme The Pursuit of Fearlessness. Come and listen to actress and television presenter Amoah McBrown from Ghana, actress Kate Henshaw from Nigeria, Leslie Batchelor, CEO of Export Boot Camps and former Director General UK Institute of Export and International Trade from the UK, Deborah Shanley, survivor of sexual abuse from the USA, and from France, Clarisse Magnan, senior partner and managing director of McKinsey France. Join us on 7th March 2026 at the London Hilton on Park Lane. Call 0556 749872 or 0551 557700 for our travel package. Visit www.womenofvalor.co for more details. Women of Valor London 2026 is in association with ECOWAS Bank for Investment and Development, Goldport Jewelry, Nexus Global, Travel Wings, and Joy 99.7 FM.
Coffee in your cup and joy on the set. The Super Morning Show is always the best bet on Joy 99.7 FM.
Welcome back, and thank you very much for staying with us here on the Super Morning Show on Joy 99.7 FM. And this morning our focus is on ensuring physical health for optimal productivity in 2026. Shall you see, you need to be strong. Before all the things you want to achieve, you need to be strong. So how about being physically strong, fit, like we say in Ghana, physically fit for 2026? And joining us in studio is Reverend Dr. Ernest Enimopare, who is family physician, senior resident, sports, exercise and rehabilitation medicine, Kolebu Polyclinic, Family Medicine Department. Reverend Doctor, good morning.
Good morning, Winston. Thank you for having me.
And Happy New Year to you.
Many happy returns and Happy New Year to our listeners.
I believe the year has been good so far.
Oh, yes, by God's grace, very well.
Okay. I can see you. You look very fit. You look fit.
I like it.
I cannot determine whether you're fit or not.
Precisely so.
You look fit. So we'll get into, the whole physical health.
Yes.
We'll look at because there's a whole conversation about the number of minutes and how many times you must exercise. You hear at least 3 times in a week, engage in brisk walking for 30 minutes a day and all of that. We'll understand everything because that's your field.
Yes.
But before we do that, let me say that our stories are different. For some of us, it's the thrill of chasing your dream of opening your own shop. For others, it's how they are able to tap their phones and pay for Wache with no stress. Whatever your story is, ABSA is ready with digital solutions, travel insurance, free international debit cards, flexible repayment options on loans, and countless other perks that actually matches your ambition. So, whatever chapter you're on, ABSA says, we see your story and your story matters. ABSA.
And this weekend, the first Sky Group 23rd Thanksgiving service will come off at the Accra International Conference Center. But before that, we have the all-night service on Friday, January 23, 2026 at 10 p.m. at the Trinity Temple Assemblies of God Church, Tema Community 10. Now, the ministers for the all-night service, Reverend Mark Sisse, Assistant General Superintendent, Assemblies of God, Sierra Leone, Reverend Aaron Fans, Senior Pastor at Wind and Fire Sanctuary, Assemblies of God in Tamale, Reverend Alex Sujit from Assemblies of God UK. And on Sunday, January 25, the Thanksgiving service will happen at the Accra International Conference Center at 10 a.m. The guest speaker is Reverend Dominic Yeo, Global Chairman of World Assemblies of God and General Superintendent of the Assemblies of God, Singapore. And the chairman is Apostle General Sam Kranchi Ankara, General Overseer, Royal House Chapel International. Special guest of honor is His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, the President of the Republic of Ghana. And ministering in music will be Minister Kofi Owusu-Pepra. Now, if you want more information, call 020-854-3441.
Great. So let's start the conversation now. Reverend Dr. Ernestine Imopari is with us in studio, and we're talking about ensuring physical health for optimal productivity in 2026. So let's start on for the exercise regime.
Yes.
And we've heard this over and over again. Some say, oh, you need to, exercise at least 3 times a week, 30 minutes. Some would say, 50 minutes. Then you hear, okay, but that should be, if you're just walking, should be brisk walking, and you should be able to cover at least 2 kilometers in 30 minutes. I beg you, Reverend Doctor.
Thank you very much.
Which is which? What should we do when it comes to physical,
yes,
activity?
Yes. So I like the terminologies that you use because they are distinct in many ways. So physical activity actually encompasses any movement of any body part that leads to expenditure of energy. So for instance, as I'm talking to you, when I move my arms, or somebody walks up to me, presents a book and all of that, that is physical activity. But with respect to exercise, there are characteristics of exercise. That means that that particular physical activity is planned, it is structured, it is repetitive, and the aim is either to improve fitness or maintain wellness. So just as in, let's go back to our basics in mathematics. So you have a bigger circle, which is the big set, and exercise is a subset of physical activity. In that, if you say you are exercising, it should not be a one-off thing. 1, it should be planned. 2, it should be structured. 3 is repetitive. And then the aim is either to maintain your wellness or improve an aspect of your wellness or fitness. So to answer your question directly about the frequency, the WHO has set minimum, and emphasis on minimum, because sometimes when we hear these discussions, somebody says, oh, okay, then I've met the criteria that the doctor mentioned online. This is minimum. And of course, we have different people who are engaged in different kinds of activities. So you can't compare yourself to an elite athlete, neither can maybe a 75-year-old man or woman who is listening to us compare what is expected of him or her. So the minimum criteria from WHO is that you'd have 150 minutes of moderate intensity activity in a week.
Okay.
That is the standard. 150 minutes of moderate intensity physical activity in a week.
Hold on a minute. The moderate intensity physical activity, what is that?
Okay. So objectively, there's a way of analyzing it or determining it, which is determined by your age and then your resting pause. There's a cash way of looking at it. So there's a formula. So it's maybe 220. If somebody is 20 years, you take 20 from the 220. That means the maximum heart rate of that person is 200. And then the moderate intensity is that you are going to take about 40 to 60% of that maximum heart rate as your target heart rate during the physical activity. But let's be less technical about it. So subjectively, we say if you engage in any physical activity that can maintain a conversation, that is mild. If you are engaged in physical activity that you can sing, that is about moderate. But if you engage in physical activity where you are panting, that is vigorous. So those are subjective parameters that could be equated to the intensity of a particular physical activity. But you need to drill down into the specific age of the person to be able to determine the maximum heart rate of the person, the resting heart rate, and then based on that calculation, you can say that whilst you are engaging in moderate physical activity, you are expected not to exceed a threshold of, say, 130 beats per minute.
Okay. So let's say if you're between 30 to 40.
Okay.
And from there we look at 40 to 50.
Okay. So we can go through the arithmetic. So let's pick 40. So the formula says 220 minus 40. That gives us 180. That means that the highest you can achieve doing exercise is 180 beats per minute. And we don't expect you to go beyond that one. So that's your maximum heart rate if you are 40 years. And then if we are aiming at what we call the moderate intensity, we are going to have a calculation of 40 to 60% of that 180. So a casual look, if we keep it at 50%, we say that comes to about 90. So if you have that 90 beats per minute, then we add what is your base or heart rate at rest. So as I'm talking to you without any physical activity, my heart rate is 70, and then we are saying that 50% of my maximum heart rate is 90. My moderate physical activity in terms of intensity, moderate intensity physical activity, should be around the 90 plus the 70, which is 160.
Oh, okay.
So it's a bit cumbersome, but it helps us objectively determine what someone should be engaging and what should be the target. Because there are incidents where people want to compare and they go overboard. Because even though exercise is good, if it's not well, monitored, people may either engage in under activity and that holds less benefit, or now overindulge, that would have some other complications.
Talking about overindulge, because we've had instances where we said he was in the gym, collapsed and died, or he was walking, collapsed and died. And the surprise is, but this guy is actually exercising. So the general expectation is that if he's exercising, he's doing the right thing.
Yes.
So why would one on an exercise all of a sudden suffer a cardiac arrest?
So there are different scenarios for different people. I must say that during any kind of physical activity, the demand for the or the requirement of the body when it comes to the way the heart works is higher. So as I'm sitting or I'm eating, I'm watching Barcelona versus Real Madrid or Kotoko versus Hearts, you're just watching, of course, unless you're an ardent supporter, your heart rate may be lower, so you're at rest. The moment you engage in some kind of physical activity, then the requirement or the demand is higher. If there is any underlying cause or underlying risk factor or structural abnormality that will not allow your body to meet that minimum requirement, then those symptoms like chest pain, difficulty in breathing becomes overt. And it is during that time is when that experience is not reduced or stopped altogether, can lead to some consequences. But I must say that in some instances, the people who are engaged in this may have had other conditions, because there are other conditions where, irrespective of engaging in that particular physical activity, they may have still ended up, unfortunately, in the case where maybe they have a stroke or they have an instant medical emergency. So it is not always attributary to physical activity, but the fact is that whenever physical activity is engaged, there is higher demand, and if there is any structural abnormalities or there is any unmet need, then it becomes more prominent and could trigger some other medical emergencies.
So do I get from what you're saying, do I get the impression that before you engage in physical activity or exercise, it's important sometimes to know a thing or two about your general well-being?
Precisely, Winston. So you hit the nail right on the head, because everybody is different. In fact, for somebody who has a family history, that's to say an index relative, either your mom, your father, or a sibling who passed below the age of 50 years and is an unexplained cause, that's to say they slept, they didn't wake up, she was fine, it presupposes there may have been a cardiac component to it. So if that person tells me that I'm going to the gym or I'm going to engage in this without any medical evaluation, that is a bit problematic. So by virtue of just knowing about your family history, it kinds of guides what kind of physical activity or what other further probing we should do before you engage in all kinds of physical activity. So you hit the nail right on the head. You need to have been evaluated in the name. And this is not too complex. We just ask you simple questions. Do you have anybody in your family who died in any unexplained death before age 50? Or do you feel chest tightness or pain or difficulty in breathing when you engage in physical activity? Or have you been told you have a particular medical condition? Once we do that and check your blood pressure, then we can say, okay, based on this is what we recommend or otherwise. And then you don't have to keep coming. Maybe after a year or so you could come.
Because talking about medical conditions, a lot of the young men and women today are hypertensive.
Yes.
And the general belief is that they need to exercise some more.
Yes.
And so they go, you find them, they're climbing the mountain, they're walking, they're checking just to be sure that they're on course.
Yes.
What do you say to those people?
So there aren't many medical conditions that would preclude exclude or prevent you from engaging in physical activity. I mean, specifically if you are looking at somebody with a seizure disorder, it will not be advisable to say to engage in swimming when there is nobody around, because if a seizure occurred while swimming, then you are more likely to drown. But apart from that, maybe a medical condition like hypertension, diabetes, previous stroke, in itself does not exclude you from physical activity. It is about how many times you can engage in it and what should be your threshold. So we cannot say that any medical condition prevents you from engaging in physical activity. On the contrary, physical activity tends to improve gradually how your body maintains its fitness. However, you want to be careful that you have ticked all the boxes by having an elaborate or thorough physical or pre-participation evaluation before you engage in such activities, as it were.
Great. Our guest this morning, Reverend Dr. Ernest Enimopare, family physician, senior resident, sports, exercise and rehabilitation medicine, Kolebu Polyclinic, family medicine department. So we're talking about physical activity that would enhance your productivity in 2026. Now, many of us, Reverend Dr. Enimopare, go to work and we sit down and that's the end of it. I've heard talks about, you need to walk around and all of that. So help us understand. It's important we gather all the clarifications today. So how many hours can you sit down? At what point do you say, I need to get up, walk around a little bit, and then come and sit down again?
Very, very good. Whenever I engage in these corporate talks, this question comes up, and it's a question between HR and then the employees almost fighting about tasks that need to be accomplished. At the same time, the likelihood or the probability that employees may want to exploit that. So when we say a break, it is not a break for, of course, you can chit-chat when you're on that break, but it is not a break where you are going for 30 minutes before coming back. It's ensuring that your sitting posture does not typically go beyond 4 hours. And by 4 hours, I've actually stretched it. Typically, after 2 hours of sitting, you should get a break. And like I'm saying, the break is not about social interaction. It is important, but it's just to make sure that you are not maintaining that particular posture where a lot of muscles have contracted without any stretching or relaxation. So after between every 2 to 4 hours, there should be a minimum of about 5 to 10 minutes where you stretch, you move about, speak to someone, but the emphasis is prevent you sitting at a particular point or particular place for a continuous duration for more than 4 hours. So my direct answer to that will be, I will not recommend sitting down for more than 4 hours without stretching at all.
And the stretching that you talk about, again, it's important. What constitutes the stretching?
Yes.
You just walk around and come and sit down, or you probably would do, say, 5 minutes, 10 minutes?
So first of all, you need to give yourself the break. So the emphasis is stop sitting for more than 4 hours without standing at all. So once you get up out of your seat, you walk around, that is enough break. Like I said, you can just say hello, hi to a few colleagues at work, and then you can stretch, as in you can go bend forward, bend backward, just to give your body the break. And then psychologically, it also helps you re-energize. Sometimes we downplay the psychological benefit of these, because when you are sitting, sometimes you can have what they call presenteeism. You can be there physically, sit for 6 hours, and productivity is still low. But if you were given, I'm not talking about the typical 1 hour break where you go have lunch with your friends. If you are given maybe a 10 minutes break from what you are doing, takes your mind off, you come back more energized. So physically, once you walk away, you've given yourself that break, but also stretch by bending forward or bending backward or tilting towards your side. It's all ways of course, it's not going to be an elaborate kind of relaxation of massage, but you want to just give yourself that break. It signals the brain that not everything is, because either you are the body is functioning in a way where you are either running what we call the sympathetic system or the parasympathetic system. Sympathetic is more like what we call the fight or flight situation. So you hear that there is a fire outbreak, or you hear that there is an accident, you want to escape from it. So if you continue to put yourself under that drive, then your adrenaline is pumping, in addition to sitting, the musculoskeletal aspect of it, which statistics show that it can be as high as about 38%. But if you give yourself that break, you reduce the risk of you sitting, getting lumbar sprain, chronic low back pain many years after work. And that's what we have not taken note of. Sometimes people can go through, and during the course of work, they don't even have any issue until they retire. and you sit at the clinic, I come from this profession, I've been working for this number of years, I used to have low back pain, but because of the load of work, I never took a break. But since I retired, I always complain of this low back pain. And you may find out that if it's not lumbar sprain or sprain of the lumbar spine, it could be due to osteoarthritis or some other thing. So it is very important for breaks to be taken in the course of our duty.
And talking about that will lead me to how we sit.
Yes.
There's been a lot of talk about how we sit, particularly in the office. And this is not to start any fight between HR and employees, but how we sit, our posture. Many of us get to work, sit, bend, we're on our laptops, we're working. I mean, sometimes you sit for long hours, you're done, you go home. Some have suggested, give your back some rest. How should we sit?
So first of all, like you said, you need to give, if it's possible, you need to give yourself, your back some rest. That's the first thing. In terms of posture, you shouldn't be bending forward. So like you said, particularly in our era where we use a lot of laptops, the laptop itself should be at a level where you are not bending. So the table or whatever you are using shouldn't be such that you have to bend over your neck, because we've heard about technique where, apart from perhaps the laptops, you're always bending to use your phone. If it continues that way, then the muscles are continuously taut. It could lead to spasm. It could lead to cervical. It could worsen cervical spondylosis. So first of all, give your back some support. And that's the purpose of exercises. That support is interim, but if you continue to exercise, especially engage in what we call resistance training or strength training, then you encourage the muscles at the back to be more or bigger or strong enough to support your trunk. So once your muscles are well built, when you sit, it holds your spine and you are less likely to sag or bend over. That said, you should also consciously or intentionally ensure that you don't bend over whilst you are seated. There's a likelihood, and we all have that, because it's a more natural posture for you to bend and feel more relaxed. But the more you do that, the likely you are to suffer some pain or the other.
Great. We've been talking about, you need to do this exercise, you need to do that. I beg you. Now let's get into the physical activity, the exercise that we're talking about. So when it comes to the exercise, what forms of exercise would you recommend?
Okay, so like you said in your intro, the components of exercise are: one, you are looking at endurance, which would encompass walking briskly. You could also look at running. You could look at cycling. Swimming is also an example of endurance. And then we have what we call the strength training, which involves building the muscles. It's so important and is often underlooked, because statistics have shown that as you age, particularly after the age of 60, there is an atrophy or decline in the muscle bulk about 1 to 2% per year. And I'm not talking about body weight, I'm talking about muscle bulk. So if somebody is 60 years and their muscle bulk was, let's say 10, for purposes of this discussion, it means that by the time that they are 61, their muscle bulk, and I'm not talking about weight again, muscle bulk is likely to be either reduced to 9 or 8, and it further deteriorates when you get to about 75. So it means that your starting point is so important. So in addition to the endurance, which is brisk walking, sprinting, cycling, swimming, you want to engage in some strength training, which could be push-ups, or it could be planks, it could be pull-ups, it could be lunges, just to ensure that you are putting your muscle under some stress. And the emphasis is not, there are different reasons why people would engage in resistance training. If you're a boxer or you're a weightlifter, yours is to build up so that the muscles would become bigger or hypertrophy. But for general wellness of the general population, you want to increase the muscle bulk so that you can prevent, your starting point will be higher in terms of, if you have the same chronological age of another person who is 60 years like you are, and you built your muscle, Winston, you built your muscle to a point where at the age of 60 your muscle bulk is 20, and you are still going to experience this 1 to 2% of decline, it is likely that your percentage decline will be better off than somebody who started with 10. So that is it. And then, so I've mentioned endurance, I've mentioned strength training. There is also what we call flexibility, and it becomes even more important when people get older. So you consciously want to get into exercises that would improve your muscles in terms of the joints and then flexibility, because if you are not conscious about it, eventually as you age, your flexibility will be gone and then you become more stiff. The last but not the least is coordination. Particular coordination exercises. Make sure that as you do all of this, the first two, which is popular, is the endurance and the resistance, but you consciously include other aspects, which include the flexibility and also coordination.
When you say coordination, what do you mean?
Okay, so it's like maybe walking in a line. So you are just trying to coordinate how your body moves. It's also an important. If you were walking briskly, you don't really consider, or you don't mind whether you are walking in a straight line or you are around. But if you are doing particular things about coordination as part of the exercise, you could tell yourself you are going to walk in this straight line, or maybe walk foot by foot, just trying to make sure that you improve your internal mechanism of coordination. So it's an aspect which is not too important, but it helps you in terms of your overall health, because as you age, issues of coordination and also flexibility become very important.
Now, having listened to you over the past 20 minutes, there's one thing that I realize is very important: health screening. Because a lot of the things we do, even when it comes to the exercises and all, is based on how well you are. So let's do it this way. What sort of health screening should we be undertaking and at the beginning of the year? So for those of us who are yet to go and see our doctors, we plan towards them.
Okay, so let me start off by saying this. Health screening depends on your age and also depends on your sex. So for the average adult in Ghana, regardless of your sex, we are looking at very important screening when it comes to non-communicable diseases. So you're looking at checking first of all, your BMI, which is your body mass index. Many people have been in the hospital where somebody calls and says, "Oh, doctor, I want to do my medicals. I'll go and do the labs and send you my results." I still screen them, but it's not good enough. The first step to medical screening includes physical examination. So people skip that and say, "Oh, I don't want to be in the queue. I'm just going to do the labs." It's important. So please, blood pressure, body weight, height, which gives you your BMI, are integral. And it's really relatively cheap. If you walked into any pharmacy or any facility and said you were going to check your blood pressure, most likely you're not going to be charged. And then you look at important aspects like, one, your kidney function. Based on the data that we have in Ghana, increasingly more people have had to go through dialysis because the kidney function has declined suddenly. And so you want to do, there's a minimum that you can do, which you call the urine dipstick. If the urine dipstick shows that there's a lot of protein in the urine, it presupposes that the kidney function may be declining or has already declined. And then added to that one is the kidney function. Important is fasting blood sugar, which checks for diabetes. Data from Ghana suggests that in the general population, about 6.5% of Ghanaians have diabetes.
Hey.
It may be higher than that. Yes.
Wow.
About 6.5%. And in fact, before I came to the studio, I had a look at one of the most recent health reports in Ghana, which is called the 2023 Ghana Steps Health Report. It's one of a standardized way that the World Health Organization seeks to engage in surveillance of illnesses. And it has shown that in terms of health risk, only about 11% of Ghanaians have no risk factor for a non-communicable disease. So about 76% have at least two factors. That means that either they are engaged in inadequate physical activity, they are not eating well, there's a strong history of alcohol misuse, there could be a history of hypertension or diabetes. So back to your question, the first step is to check your blood pressure, check your weight, have your kidney function checked. Very important, fasting blood sugar or random blood sugar. But to make a diagnosis of diabetes, fasting blood sugar is preferred. There are other tests if the person can afford, which is called the glycated hemoglobin, which is also used to diagnose diabetes. The last but not the least is that you have to check for your blood cholesterol. You may see somebody who is lean, but their cholesterol may be high. So your overall weight or size does not really tell that you may have this condition or the other. Having said this general stuff, there are sex-specific screening tests that are encouraged. So if a woman is listening to us this morning and the woman is between 20 and 40 years, the prevalence of breast cancer keeps increasing in our country. And so between 20 and 40 years, in addition to self-breast examination, it is recommended that you undertake the maybe annual ultrasound. If you are between 20 and 40 years, annual ultrasound. If you are more than 40, then you can engage in the mammogram, and that can be done after every 3 years or after every 2 years if it is normal. And then you can also engage in cervical screening. For the men, prostate is quite common. As opposed to other jurisdictions, research has suggested that blacks are more likely to have prostate cancer than the Caucasians. So the recommendation is that it is not mandatory. In addition to the ones that the general test that I mentioned, a man over 40 years, it is recommended that if it's possible, you add screening of the prostate as part of the routine examination, which is often done with clinical examination and the prostate specific antigen. So off the top of my head, these are general baseline medical examination that you could engage in. But for instance, if somebody comes from a family where there's a history of a particular cancer, say maybe colon cancer, they may need to be screened for colon cancer much earlier than the general population. I mean, the threshold for screening for, say, colon cancer in the general population should be anywhere between 40 and 50. But if somebody has an index relative, father, mother, daughter, son, who has it, then it presupposes that screening must start early on.
Great. So this morning we've been joined by Reverend Dr. Ernest Enimopare, who is family physician and senior resident, sports, exercise and rehabilitation medicine, Kolebu Polyclinic Family Medicine Department, and we're having a conversation about ensuring physical health for optimal productivity in 2026. Okay, so for all of you who are thinking, okay, this is supposed to be my year, oh boy, if you're not healthy, you cannot enjoy.
Yeah.
And so for me, I'm very, very particular on that. You've talked about the 150 minutes of moderate intensity. Okay. Now the 150, can you have it at the go, or you can have it in, bits?
Okay, so previously many held the opinion that it should be daily, which came to about 30 minutes for 5 days in a week. But research has shown otherwise, that there's no real difference in terms of the effectiveness, whether the person engaged in that moderate intensity physical activity in a day as opposed to having evenly distributed it over days. So you can have it on a weekend or have it daily, that's for 30 minutes. And remember, this is minimum. However, we know that there are contextual constraints, that if you only pushed your physical activity or exercise to the weekends, it is possible that a social event like a wedding, maybe unfortunately somebody may be bereaved, or an emergency comes up and you are not able to exercise. That is why, based on this context, many would advise that you would want to do maybe 30 minutes per day for 5 days. But effectively, statistics doesn't show there's any difference between doing the cumulative in a day or evenly distributing it in the course of the week.
But talking about everything also, there's the conversation about even what we eat. I want to take you there briefly because we're exercising and all, and sometimes you go and walk for 1 hour 30 minutes, you come back and then you come and destroy everything that you've done. So while we're doing this, what should be our diet focus?
Yes, so I really like the way you put it, because sometimes it's very ironical that people would go out to exercise and then, like you put it, come back and then more like refill whatever they've burnt. The general recommendation is that we should increase in terms of volume or percentage or proportion, the amount of vegetables and fruits that we take. And if we have a hypothetical plate, it is recommended highly that a quarter of the plate should be carbohydrate, a quarter of it should be protein, and then the remaining half rather should be vegetables. But in our society, it's rather the norm that you buy everything and then you say, okay, give me some small fish. So if I'm going specifics, using the daily or the staple foods that we have in Ghana, you could look at maybe having a fist of fufu, hand fist of fufu, with some fish, and then some two ladles of soup. If you are looking at breakfast, for instance, there are many options, but I'm just trying to narrow down. Maybe you can take half to 1 full cup of oats, you can take 1 boiled egg, and then you can add maybe a slice or two of bread. This is basic and without recourse to the person's weight and other factors, because people engage in different physical activities in the course of their work. So somebody who is engaged in maybe on the construction ground or has to exert more may have to take a bit more carbohydrate than the average person who may be sitting in the office. So these are just general advice, but the overall recommendation is based on the individual, what the person is doing, their medical condition again. I think it comes back again because your medical condition would tell us a lot of things. But that's a general advice. Please reduce salt altogether. Some people also take a lot of sugar. The advice is cut down on sugar. And then there is a misconception. You see people say, oh, as for me, I don't take sugar. And when they refer to sugar, they refer to maybe the white sugar or what we have. It could be brown. And say, oh, I don't take sugar. That's a way of cutting down my sugar. When we say blood sugar or blood glucose, it is not just the literal sugar that we see. Carbohydrates are broken down into glucose. And so it is not good to say, oh, I don't take sugar at all, but you've not cut down on the amount of banku you are eating. You've not cut down on the amount of rice you are eating. You've not cut down on the frequency or amount of the fufu you are eating. So it is good to know that your blood sugar rising is a cause for concern, but you need to also be measured in any kinds of groups of food, particularly the carbohydrates, which ultimately breaks down into glucose or blood sugar.
So you're also advising those who go and sit on tables and say, oh, you are nobody should take sugar here, and then they say instead drink beer. They should also be careful.
Yes.
Oh, Doc. No, because we get this all the time.
Yes.
Because
you're right. You're right.
The boys, they say, oh, no, me, I don't like sugar.
Yes.
So someone is saying, oh, give me malt. He says, I don't know, pay sugar, sir. Hey,
exactly.
Don't take beer rather. You're saying the end product.
The end product is important. But also, like I said, when it comes to the risk factors for non-communicable disease, it's not just the sugar. If alcohol is taken beyond a certain level, it becomes a problem because it increases your risk of other conditions. It can affect the liver. If you become dependent, it can affect your judgment and other things. So you're actually accurate. If you want to take alcohol, then it has to be modest. Otherwise, avoid it altogether.
Great. Someone just sent me a message.
Okay.
Says that, how about the Jesus PD status? It says that's something people should know.
Certainly, I agree. The reason I didn't add this is we are looking at the general population. And also, these days, our health system is improving. So many children who are born in the hospital setting may have had this test done. And so if somebody wants to go ahead and add GCSPD, why not? But as a way of general recommendation, it is not what we do for everybody. And that's why the individual history is important. So for instance, if somebody came this year and said, in addition to everything, I realized that I was given this particular medication and the color of my urine changed. I had jaundice in the eyes and I was told that was a side effect of the medication. Or I ate this particular food, fava beans or any other food, and then I had this. I'll quickly add GCSPD test to it, but as a way of general recommendation, we don't often do it because not many can maybe afford it at that point, and the prevalence is also low.
Great, but if you have any questions for Dr. Enimopare, you can get on to WhatsApp 055-1111-997, 055-1111-997. Send your question, and we'll definitely ask those questions for you. It's important, we are physically strong, so we're able to continue, go through the year 2026. Stay with us, we'll be right back after these.
Jack was on his way home. Just another evening drive. Laureen was crossing the street. Just another walk to the shop. But in a split second, everything changed. One moment could save a life. Accidents keep rising and casualties keep climbing, leaving families in pain. Remember, avoid drinking and driving. Wear your seatbelts, helmets, and look both ways before crossing. Road safety is in your hands. The Road Safety Campaign is brought to you by Ayuda, Ghana's #1 services app. App Bako Services Bebre, Universal Motors Limited, driving trust, delivering excellence, and powered by Joy FM, Adum FM, Asempa FM, Hits FM, Joy News, and Joy Prime.
Ghana, listen up. If you're serious about starting 2026 right, Joy FM has something big for you. It's the Joy FM Big Workout happening Saturday, January 31st, and we're starting sharp at 6 a.m. at the University of Ghana Stadium. We're walking through East Legon, coming back to the stadium, turning up the energy with non-stop aerobics, music, games, and that unbeatable Joy FM atmosphere. No pressure, no judgment. All fitness levels welcome. Whether you're just starting out or you're already active, this one is for you. So call your friends, charge your energy, lace up those sneakers and pull up. January 31st, 6 a.m., University of Ghana Stadium. This is not just a workout, it's a movement. The Joy FM Big Workout. New year, renewed you.
Coffee in your cup and joy on the set. The Super Morning Show is always the best bet on Joy 99.7 FM.
Well, you need to stay alive, and in staying alive, you need to exercise. And that's why we're having this conversation here on the Super Morning Show. But it's also important I remind you that on the 31st of January, it's a Saturday, okay, 6 a.m. prompt at the University of Ghana Stadium, we're starting the Joy FM Big Workout. We walk through East Legon, come back to the stadium, turn up the energy with non-stop aerobics, music, games, and that unbeatable Joy FM atmosphere. No pressure. No judgment. Charlie, all fitness levels are welcome, okay? And I'll be asking Doc this because people who always say that, Charlie, everybody has his own level. So if your level is low, no problem. So whether you're just starting out or you're already active, this is one for you. Call your friends, charge your energy, lace up those sneakers and pull up. 31st January, 6 a.m., University of Ghana Stadium. This is not just a workout, it's a movement. The Joy FM Big Workout. New year, renewed you.
Yes, and Doc, when we come back to you, I want to know, there are people sitting at their decks right now or driving, and their bodies are giving them warning signs that they are ignoring. What are some of the warning signs our bodies give us that we ignore but we shouldn't? So when we come back, if you have any thoughts on that, you can share. But look, if you need your eSIM from MTN, it's easy to do that. Get the MTN app, open it, and you can go through the processes yourself and set up your eSIM yourself right from your couch. No queues, no waiting, no tickets. It's easy. Get the My MTN app, follow the steps, and boom, you're live. Okay? It's simple. So skip all the queues and get your eSIM and enjoy MTN.
Now, do you want a British degree at a fraction of the cost? Looking for a vibrant student experience in a community that builds your confidence and equips you with real-world employability skills? Enjoy all these and more with scholarships available to support your academic journey at Lancaster University, Ghana. Be taught by expert faculty trained to UK standards right here on our campus in Ghana. For more information, visit lancaster.edu.gh. You can also contact us via email at admissions@lancaster.edu.gh or call 0248 656 274. Lancaster University, Ghana, the only British university campus in West Africa.
And if you are receiving money from loved ones abroad, it should not be complicated. With CBG Money Transfer Services, you enjoy a fast, secure, and convenient way to access your funds abroad. Visit any CBG branch nationwide to receive your transfers from leading global partners, including Ezremate, Western Union, MoneyGram, Real, UnityLink, PayAngel, Transfast, TapTapSend, Therapy, and Tunes. And all you need to do to get your money is a valid national ID, your phone number, and your transfer reference number. And CBG will ensure a smooth, stress-free experience from start to finish. For more information, call 030-221-6000 or email talktous@cbg.com.gh or reach them on Facebook, Instagram, and X. Terms and conditions apply. CBG, we stand with you.
So let's get back to the conversation. And Doc, already lots of messages, but let's start with what the question that Kojo asked.
Yes. So based on the discussion we've had so far, the general recommendation is to seek the periodic medical examination with or without any symptoms, and that's very key because many people may want to come to the hospital only when there's a symptom. But with what Kojo asked, it's very important. What are some of the maybe symptoms that are not too clear-cut that we often may overlook? Top of my head and based on my experience, headaches. People come off and say, oh, I've had headache for the past 3 days. I thought because I didn't have enough sleep or I was overwhelmed. And we check the blood pressure, and there's no exaggeration. The normal blood pressure for an adult, ideally, the systolic or the one on top is not supposed to exceed 140. The one below should not exceed 80 or 90. And people walking, oh, I just had headache. I decided that after a number of days, I want to just come to the hospital for some pain relief. And that's how they put it. Their blood pressure is over the roof. I have personally seen people with a systolic blood pressure of 180, 190 who walked into the hospital themselves, not because they had any, in quotes, very life-threatening symptom. They just said, okay, I've had a headache for enough. I'm just walking to the hospital. So very often we often want to make headache so simple, mild, unimportant. The second thing is also vision. People complain that I can't see clearly, and when it comes to diabetes, is one of the things that is often underlooked as well. So they come, I just came to see, and where I work at the Kolebu Polyclinic, because it's a polyclinic, we have different subspecialties in there. So we have somebody in charge of eye, a unit in charge that sees people with their eye, and then a unit for ear, and then we have a dietitian, public health. So they come straight to the eye center just to because to assess their eye, because they think that their vision is not as well as it should. And then as part of what we do at the polyclinic, we check the blood sugar once you come in. And the nurses just prompt us that this person actually reported to go and see the eye unit, but then the blood sugar is so high. And this person may not have even known, not previously diagnosed. So first of all, headache. Secondly, poor vision, and also poor sleep. And that has more to do with some psychological issues. So if you are not sleeping well, either the duration or the frequency, or you are not that active, it is important for you to come to the hospital. So these are general things. But of course, the other things like chest pain, difficulty in breathing, which many people will come to the hospital for, especially when there is pain, they would come. When they have difficulty in breathing, they will come. But the other two, often people don't come until it's just late, and then it's some other thing.
How about somebody who regularly gets anansi?
Very, very important. Very, very important. So you say, oh, this thing, somebody says, I just hit my hand against the table, it will go away very soon. And it could be, it is not always the case, it could be a symptom of diabetes. It could be. When it comes to diabetes, the more common symptoms include passing a lot of urine in terms of the volume, or passing urine a lot more times at night. So typically, when you go to bed, you are not supposed to wake up more than 3 times to pass urine. Once you are passing more urine at night, that's more than 3 times, and the weather has not changed, maybe it's not cold, or you have not taken so much water, then, and it's also not an infection, it's a cause of concern. So I agree with you. In addition to headache, blurred vision, anansi, or the numbness, which you call the peripheral neuropathy, is also an important red flag that we should get to know, and lack of sleep as well.
Great, and let's get into the questions. Kwesi in Sakaman is asking, can he use sex as a form of exercise?
Hey, Kwesi.
So let's go back to basics.
Please ask Doc if sex is a good exercise. That's what I'm asking.
Okay, so let's go back to basics. At the beginning of this discussion, we laid fundamental rule that physical activity is the broad in any kind of expenditure, any kind of movement of the body part that leads to expenditure of energy is physical activity. But exercise is something that is planned, it is structured, it is repetitive, and it is aimed at either improving or maintaining your fitness. So is there some kind of physical activity during sex? Yes, because during sex, objectively, your body adapts to that physical activity. Your heart rate increases, and so there is some movement, and so there is by all means expenditure of energy. Will that period of sex, lasting, I don't know what duration that he takes to have sex, X duration, will it be enough to meet the 150 minutes and also meet the minimum threshold in terms of moderate activity? Is dependent on the number of times that he has sex, and also whether he is able per his medical records and medical profile, he's able to continue having it. So yes, it is a form of physical activity. Will I recommend sex as a form of exercise? It is not one of the forms of exercise that I would recommend, because if you have to meet the threshold, then it has to be 150 minutes. It has to be moderate intensity physical activity. And so you can engage in sex, rightfully protect yourself if you are not too sure about the person, using the condom barrier method and all. You can include it, but certainly it cannot be the main form of exercise. Remember that there are other parameters that you have to look at, such as the resistance and strength training.
Great. This one from Samson Ofosu says, please, can you ask the doctor about the use and safety of creatine?
Yes, so this is a supplement that is used to help build a muscle, and often it is used in athletes who are engaged in combat sports or strength training. And so it is safe, but ultimately you would want to use the natural ways of building your muscles, which is either you do the weightlifting, either machine or free weight. So yes, you can use the creatinine. And if you're an elite athlete and you intend to use the creatinine, please let's look at what we call in-competition rules, because there are some competitions that may have particular rules or regulations governing it.
Now, Kwame Okan says, I missed the coordination and muscles part of training. Can Doc kindly go over it? I'm about 50 years. Any suitable training?
Okay, so about 50 years, still middle-aged, but in terms of the muscle training, there are different parts, there are different types. So we are talking about either you are engaging in lunges or stretching the legs, or in terms of core strengthening of the body, you can engage in planks. In terms of the upper body trunk or the shoulders, you can also engage in push-ups, and then also pull-ups as a way of your engaging some upper body strength. So the flexibility aspect, people engage in yoga and other things to ensure that their bodies are a bit more flexible, increases your concentration and all of that. So it's holistic. So if you miss that aspect, these are what I would mention, the push-ups and all. Thank you.
Now, this one says, thank you for the education concerning the health screening. Is it possible for me to get a fair idea of how much it will cost? Example, blood pressure, blood sugar, kidney function test, liver function test, PSA prostate, lipid profile. Sami from Tema.
I'm happy the person outlined these tests, because these are the tests that we mentioned. So we are making impact. However, I'm unable to give the cost because it depends on the facility that you are running these tests. Blood pressure, certainly, I'm sure, is free in most government facilities. You just walk in, or even a pharmacy nearby. Blood sugar depends on where you are. I can't give a cost off my head. So sorry, I can't give the cost. But it's important that he's outlined these ones to be done.
Great. I'll get back to you, Doc, because we need to wrap up by way of advice to all of us. But look, it's a new beginning, new energy, new you, and it's the return of the joy at the mall at the Achimota Retail Center. So the Achimota Retail Center is giving you the perfect opportunity to start the year on a healthy and refreshing note. This is a time to renew your energy and gain the momentum you need to chase your dreams throughout the year. New year, new you, step together, celebrate together from the 23rd to 25th of January 2026. Discover perfect wellness products to support your wellness goals. Health accessories, fitness equipment, organic and natural items will be on exhibition. So, Kojo, on the 24th, you can join Lexus Bill for a fitness walk around Achimota, followed by an exciting aerobics section at the center. Registration is free. Call 0500,000 828 or dial star 800 star 066 hash. Start the year right with good health, great energy, and positive vibes. Meet your favorite Joy FM presenters and celebrities and create unforgettable moments. Achimota Retail Center, your vibes in Kwa.
See what Doc said. You see what Doc said about consistency. Mm-hmm. So this weekend, you and David Max and the others are working for my RAM.
I'm going to teach him a lesson.
This weekend's working the day because I'm the referee. I will not necessarily work. But 24th, I'll work with Lexus.
But this weekend is 24th, actually.
Then
31st.
Then 31st. I mean, I'm starting my work for
31st. I'll be there.
Yes, but no. After the referee, I'll go and work. I'll go and do aerobics with Winston. And then 31st, we'll do the.
Are you
big
sure
work
you can work after the RAM?
Oh, some of them, I'm giving you a RAM. Whatever you do with it is your business. Yes, I'm giving you a white one.
You won't chop some?
With a small abodjise. No. I'm going to.
Oh, that's good.
Yes. It's a small abodjise.
I'll get Abochi to come and grill it fine.
Yes. When they mentioned the suya, I remember the suya at Akuse Junction.
Continue.
20 cedis and 10 cedis per pack. Nice, rough. Anyway, if you need fuel, make the smart stop at Star Oil, Ghana's largest oil marketing company. With over 240 stations nationwide, Star Oil is giving you high quality fuel, great service, and real value for money. This is why many Ghanaians are switching to Star Oil. And with the Star card, you can enjoy safe, cashless fueling, and it's easy expense tracking. Wherever you go, choose Star Oil for your quality and affordable fuels.
Now, let me tell you about Central University that is inviting prospective applicants to apply for admission to the 2025-2026 academic year. You know, at Central University, they believe in aligning who you are with what they do, and that is at the heart of their academic journey, one that goes beyond the classroom. They're currently admitting students for the following programs: IT and engineering, architecture, design, planning, business, economics, communication, pharmacy, nursing, public health, law, psychology, and social work. The diploma programs for applicants whose results do not qualify them for undergraduate degree programs. They also have graduate programs which include PhD finance, MBA, MPhil, MSc and MA programs. WASI applicants are invited to try their program eligibility checker on the website to assess the eligibility for the undergraduate program. So no matter where your dreams are headed, Central University is where they begin. Central University, raising virtuous and transformational leaders for the world.
And if you operate in farming, food distribution, pharmaceuticals, or any business that relies on temperature control storage, IMVG Warehouses at Aikai Dobro is offering you the cold storage solution you need. With a modern cold room, 3-tier pallet racking for hundreds of pallets, CCTV surveillance, forklifts for easy handling, and reliable backup power, your goods are kept safe, fresh, and ready for delivery at all times, whether you need storage for a few months or for the long term. IMVG Warehouses provide flexible, cost-effective plans tailored to your business. So call them 024-472-0034 or 024-946-5760 or visit imvgwarehouses.com today. IMVG Warehouses, protecting your products and profit.
Now, Kingdom Books and Stationery Limited, you know, is your number one supplier of quality office essentials, equipment, and furniture at affordable prices. And they've introduced an online store for your shopping convenience, which means you can now shop by simply logging onto kingdomstoreonline.com without physically coming to any of their branches. It's hassle-free. They will arrange delivery to home and office within a reasonable time, offering free delivery within Accra and Tema. And they accept payment via Momo across all networks. Terms and conditions have applied. At Kingdom, quality and affordability are their hallmarks.
Now, the big event is coming off tomorrow. That is the Crystal Ball Africa 2026. The theme is the Africa Opportunity, Time to Take Advantage. Venue is Labadi Beach Hotel. Time is 8:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. and the date is Thursday, January 22, 2026, which is tomorrow. Join over 400 business and policy leaders as experts at Crystal Ball Africa 2026. Review the opportunities and how to take advantage. It is sponsored by EcoBank, Labadi Beach Hotel, AGI, and Kawamoka. And if you want to secure your spot, go to crystalballafrica.com. Media partners are City FM and Joy FM, and this event is powered by AB and David Africa.
Great. We have just 6 minutes to 10. So, Doc, let's wrap it up this way. In 2026, we want to ensure physical health for optimal productivity. What should we do?
Thank you very much once again, Winston. So, to answer your question, I would like to define what health is. According to the World Health Organization, health is not merely the absence of a disease. It is the complete physical, mental, and social well-being of an individual. And so the absence of a symptom or the fact that a symptom is not distressing does not mean you are well altogether. So you have to consciously engage in periodic medical examination. Thankfully, the year just began, so we start off with a periodic medical examination, which we have mentioned. So seek medical assistance from the nearest health facility around you, and then make sure that based on your profile, then these tests will be recommended. Secondly, you are encouraged to engage in physical activity at least of 150 minutes in a week of moderate intensity, but based on a doctor's clearance or evaluation, if you can engage in vigorous activity, then that can be 75 minutes. And we've mentioned the types that include walking, running, swimming, cycling, and all. We also want to say that diet is important. So having gone through the doctor to check your blood pressure, your weight, your BMI, blood sugar, cholesterol and all, and having also engaged in physical activity, you want to cut down on the amount of salt that you are taking and amount of carbohydrate. Please recall, I didn't say amount of sugar, because it's not just sugar, it's amount of calories and carbohydrate. And then also make sure that you cut down on the amount of oily foods. And anytime there is any question or any concern, please do well to go to the nearest hospital. It is always better to screen and get answers than wait till it comes late. And once again, thank you very much for having me.
And thank you very much, Reverend Dr. Ernest Enimopare, family physician, senior resident, sports, exercise and rehabilitation medicine, Kolebu Polyclinic Family Medicine Department, for making time to join us here on the Super Morning Show. We've learned a lot, and
yes,
I believe that you've also learned. This week we're talking more about our health because we want to start the year right.
Yeah.
Okay? It's all about the wellness. So we've set all the goals, but you need to be fit.
Mm-hmm.
Most importantly, you have to be fit to achieve all the goals that you've set for yourself. So go out there and you know what you do. Kwesi in Sacramento, your question has been answered.
Can't wait for the conversation on diet and nutrition.
Yeah, that's also very, very important.
Very important.
Anyway,
you who are not eating well, and you think that you can eat anything and go and get medication to fix your body. Be ready for that conversation.
I still will eat the fufu anyway.
Oh, it's a fufu there. Ideally, fufu should be on the NHIA approved drug list. This thing, I've been saying it. If you go to the hospital, they take your vitals and they get you fufu to eat. Then you wait for 30 minutes before you see a doctor, because sometimes even when you come to the hospital.
Folks, it's 2 minutes to 10. My name is Winston. Amoah.
My name is Kojo Boateng.
Do have a lovely day. We'll leave you in the safe hands of DJ Obete. And then after that, news at 10. And